Mazel tov! How you doing? Good morning. It's a lovely rainy morning in the neighborhood. It's very wet, and not in the sensational wetness. It's just wet. Oh, but no babies. So I'm still mad. I want my babies, you dirty rotten goody goats. Give me my babies. But no, they're holding off till Christmas or something. Oh, oh, I just had a lovely conversation with a gentleman that was pretending to be a conservative. He was no conservative, I can tell you that much. And if he was, we're in trouble with the way he thinks, because, good God, that's scary. That's okay. I was listening to him, and I let him do his whole spew and yada, yada, yada. And, yeah, I thanked him for his time and told him have a blessed day. Just, but, you know, I don't, I didn't know what he wanted from me, because why would I believe in unfactual truths? That's weird. We don't do that. We don't believe in propaganda. Propaganda is British snackies. I don't believe in it. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't care if it's from a Democrat or Republican. I don't want to hear your fake propaganda. That's why we're in trouble as a nation, because too many people want to speak out. The propagandists, the propaganda. So I forgot. We'll put on the Trump there because that really gets the green-eyed monsters going. The green-eyed monsters going. He likes just to get them just angry. Just, I think this was one of my better pictures that got people angry the most, which is okay to me. I like when the peoples get the angriest. So, mm-hmm. I know I've been listening to the news lately. Well, I kind of been listening to news lately. They're attacking Trump because he said something uncommonly. Oh no, Trump said something uncommonly. You know that hurts people's feelings. The shocker! Trump hurt somebody's feelings. He was asked about the welfare of the American people. Well, technically, the president has no control over that. Maybe Congress should start writing some freaking laws to help us, and then the president can be like, "Oh yeah, I like that. Fuck cool." But let's blame one man for everybody's problems because we have 537 complete incompetent idiots in Washington, D.C. You know, maybe if they'd stop taking so many frickin' vacations and Democrats would stop crying, we'd have bills passed right now and prices would be going down or stabilized. Do you think that would make sense? Our government would actually, maybe they need to stop worrying about who's going to get elected and whose party's who and do their damn jobs for once, you know? But they're all really good about pointing fingers lately. No. It's time to clean house and replace all those son of a bitches. Every last one of them, because not one of them's worth a jack donkey dick. You know, they sure do cry and whine a lot, though. But, oh, it's his fault. It's their fault. No, it's all fucking 537 you assholes' fault. Because you don't give a shit about the American people. You're stuck on fucking the party. You're on which party's better party, whose party's going to win. Right? We all know the Democrats suck. So it's already been proven solid that Democrats are the worst party. So let's move on. Let's start writing bills that help out the American people, right? Because we already know the facts. We don't need to have another 100-year fight about who has the better party. We know the Democrats suck. We have 250 years of history on how they suck, okay? Right? They do nothing good. So let's move on. Let's start writing some laws now that are going to benefit the American people, right? Because that's your job, right? It makes sense. Makes sense to me. It should make sense to you. You people out there that you voters, you taxpayers. It should make sense to you. Why isn't your government doing their job? Hell, even if you're not American, you should wonder why your government's not doing their job. Even in your country, you should be asking the question, why isn't my government doing its job? And they sure wanted the job. It's always really bothered me about politicians. They sure put a lot of effort into getting the job, but they sure don't do shit while they have the job. You know, they spend millions of dollars to get the job. Then they get the job, and then they don't do the job at hand. I think we should have a better process when it comes to people running for elected offices. You know what I mean? In any country, just better screening processes. You know, they should have to like take this whole entire. They should do like the whole Scientology test. You know what I mean? They should have to go through that whole test, like the Scientologists put you through. You know what I mean? Before you can become an elected official, not actually, become Scientologist. But what I mean is that whole mental whole, bloop, bloop, right? Because that would make physical sense, I think. Like Trump is in like, what are you talking about? Can you prove it? Can you prove it? You can't prove it. You just like to tell. You just like to say words. See, that's the problem with you Democrats. Is you got nothing but words and emotions. You have no facts. You can't prove it. So everything you just said was not true. It's just all propaganda. It's okay. It's just fine. We'll let you have your opinion. It's not facts. It's not truth, but we'll let you have your opinion. But yes, I truly believe. Hello, Ivan, my friend. How are you, sir? How are you today, Ivan? We salute you, Ivan. How the hell are you? Did you just get started? No, I've been on. Well, I've been on for 7 minutes, so yeah, I guess I just got started. Yeah, I've seen his actions, and I've seen the great things that he's done for billions of people around the world. So, psychopaths don't do that. So you're a moron. So everything you just said is factually false. It's just an emotional response. That's all you got. Is it an emotional response? Because of that sexy man right there, you're like, oh, the Trump. Oh, you have no facts. You have no proof because I can pull out thousands of documentations that says that you're a moron. So there you got that one. Hey, I want to make this live stream like increasing. Hold on. I mean, if you could boost up my likes, Ivan, that'd be cool as shit. Grump, do you have DD? Grump, do you have DD? No, I enjoy my president because he makes people angry and grumpy, which my whole show is about grumpy people. So, yes, right now Trump is the GOAT. Trump is my hero because he makes all the little boys grumpy. So, but, I've lived through now, 6 presidents? And it's the same crybaby bullshit through all the presidents I've ever lived through. Everybody like, no, I didn't get my way, and he's not my party president. So, the world is ending. The world is ending. The world's not ending. But shit, you know how many times how many in my lifetime the world was supposed to be ended by Democrats, and fuck, we're still here, man. We're still pumping, right? We're still kicking. But the world's ending every day. Every day the world's ending by these emotional little leftists. There's another channel that if you speak facts about Trump, they block you. Like this guy. Have I blocked you, Jeff? You haven't said anything factual about Trump, so you sound stupid. Show me your facts. So the problem is you don't come on here with facts. You come on here with emotional, personal opinions, not facts. So facts matter. Your opinion don't mean shit. There's 8 billion people in this world. You're a nobody that doesn't mean shit to anybody. That's who you are, a nobody. But you think, oh God, I have an opinion, so people should listen to my opinion because it's online. You want people to hear your opinion? Start a YouTube or not? Shut the fuck up. We don't care. What's going on, people? What's going on, man? What's going on? Come on. People. I'm going to speak my mind. I'm important. I'm a flick of dust on a planet of dust in the middle of a dusty solar system with 8 billion other particles of dust. And I'm going to cry today because I'm a damn Democrat. Shut up. I'm not saying Republicans are emotional. Well, Republicans aren't as emotional as Democrats. See, there's a difference because, see, when Democrats get pissy, they go and burn down black cities. Have you ever seen a Republican burn down a black city? Nope, doesn't happen. But it's like every time these Democrats get out, they're like, I'm going to go loot a store. I'm going to go burn down a city. I'm going to go punch an old person on the sidewalk. You know, because that's all Democrats, all the Democrat-minded person has is freaking emotions, no facts. I haven't met one Democrat yet with actual physical facts or numbers. They can't back up anything they say. They just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. Really? Apparently, you've never been to the Capitol stuff, man. That makes you a fucking moron. You don't just bust through the blast doors at the U.S. Capitol. The doors were open. You can see thousands of camera images of them actually walking people around and giving them a tour on January 6th. So you're a moron. Nobody attacked the Capitol. Nobody invaded the Capitol. You don't just walk through the blast doors of the U.S. Capitol, dumbass. Another emotional response from another dumbass Democrat. Fucking Jesus. Yeah, go watch the fucking videos of January 6th. Thousands of people were being walked through the U.S. Capitol on January 6th. You know? Stupid. Just stupid. Yeah, I know you haven't, because if you did, you would have made your stupid comment. That's how you know people like Duffman is a moron. If they actually watch the actual video, the full image of everything that happened on January 6th, they wouldn't feel stupid, you know. But let's hold one key point. Out of 20,000 things that Democrats have done, they've shut down universities, they've burnt down schools, they've burnt down black cities, they've murdered hundreds of millions of babies, they kill each other, they sit there like dumbass zombies on it, drug addict zombies on it. For shut up. You know, all you have is January 6th. January 6th is nothing, you know. But heaven forbid, the thousands of stupid shit you guys have done in the last 25 years, and all you got is January 6th. Yeah. Well, you know what? The U.S. Constitution gives us the right to protest our government. 100% constitutional. Shut up. All you people do is attack people and cry. Shut up. Bunch of crybaby little Democrats. Never heard such wussy little bitches in my life. You're a wussy little bitch. You know that, Duff Man? You're a wussy crybaby little bitch. 100% of the day. You're just like that guy giving that terrorist a blowjob. Just like him. Right? Giving old fucking... Well, he's dead now, so you couldn't even go out and lick on his ball sack because we blew him up. And he's a no more terrorist. Oops. Sucks to be you, don't it? So... There's always that one. There was no insurrection, stupid. Read the constitutional letter. What incites of an insurrection? An armed body trying to overthrow the government. Nobody at the Capitol had guns. Nobody tried to overthrow the government. Nobody was charged for insurrection. You were the dumbest motherfucker alive. Dumbest motherfucker alive. You don't even know what they were charged for. Go away, you don't do it. I can't. You are deaf man, you incompetent fucking retard. You don't know shit. You're so fucking stupid. Stupid. Nobody was charged for insurrection for January 6th. Not one goddamn person. There was no insurrection on January 6th, 2020. Zero. Was not one. But yet here we are in 2026, still listening to fucking retards like Duffin. There was an insurrection on January. Yeah, at the cap. There wasn't. No courts charged anybody with insurrection. Not one person was charged with insurrection. Therefore, there wasn't an insurrection. Holy shit! Stupid ass morons. Yeah, we getting good, Justin. We have to listen to stupid people who don't even know the fucking ability of what an insurrection or what the people were physically criminally charged for on January 6th. That's how stupid Democrats are. They literally do zero research. They have zero fucking brains. They don't know anything. They just have opinions of emotions, emotional opinions. because they can't take 5 minutes to do any research. Just stupid. You spelled Trump wrong, dumbass. At least if you're going to talk shit, spell his name right. Oh, sheet-tard. Hello, Mr. Ivan. How are you doing, sir? How are you doing, Mr. Ivan? God. T14 looks. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you, sir. But you know what I mean, though? It's just silly to me that all these guys have is January 6th. January 6th was an oversized protest that got out of hand, and a few people were criminally charged because they got out of hand and they went to jail. The problem with it is you can't technically held without criminal conviction for 3 years in jail without a trial for trespassing. Trespassing doesn't get you a 3-year sentence. And like 90% of the people on January 6th were charged for trespassing. So shut up about January 6th. Good God. That's like a 72-hour freaking hold and booted to the freaking road. Grumpy, go change your tampon. I don't want to. I like my tampon. It makes me feel so soft and sensitive, like I'm a modern day woman. Because it comes in fruit colors and fruit flavors. Did you know that? They come in flavors. Grapes and limes and lemons and cherries and perfect. Thank you, Ivan. I appreciate you, sir. I appreciate you greatly. That means a lot. Big loves to Ivan. But, you know. Oh. I've just said that both Republicans, Democrats were emotional fools. What are you talking about? I just said that in my first part of the dialogue. I can't help it. You came in late and just think that you're going to throw in a sheep-tard moment. Sheep-tard. Sheep-tard gets a shaky shake. Voodoo, voodoo, voodoo. Oh, I always tell the truth there, Ivan. That's what I'm good for, because I don't believe in lies and manipulate. Okay, here, I got one for you. This one's still blowing my freaking mind, right? This one still blows. Okay, so voter ID. Since I first got my driver's license, well, actually, when I redid at 18, when I got my driver's license at 18, right? I went down to the DMV or DOL, right? They asked me, do you want to be a registered voter? Because I had an ID and they registered me to vote, right? So I had to register to vote with my ID at the DMV to prove who I was a citizen of the United States, right? Correct? Boom, right? Moving forward, 2026, 20-some years later, we have idiots that say that somehow it's bigotry to ask people for an ID that they already have to have for like 99% of the shit that they're forced to buy in their lives because of Democratic laws. You have to show ID because of Democrats. So are we going to abolish all those laws the Democrats wrote because they're racist? Because, does that make sense to you? And how does the law only affect straight white women? It doesn't affect gay men, but only straight females. That one never understood. That's like their main talking point. Oh, it's gonna. Oh, if you're a cis woman, married cis woman, you can't vote anymore. But gay dude, you're cool, dude. It doesn't matter if you change your name or not. You can still vote because it's fine. It doesn't affect you. So it only affects this. So they're over the whole homophobic dramatics now, right? That whole propaganda bullshit that we're all homophobic you're on the right. Now we hate straight white women. I mean, it's like they just go from one extreme to the next. They got no facts. I mean, it doesn't affect anybody. Everything you do in your life, you have to have an ID for. They're like the passport. You're not required to have a passport to vote. This is another thing that just really drives me fucking nuts. Passport is a form of ID. You can use, if you have a passport, you can use your passport to vote, right? They give you a criteria of 6 different items you can use as a legal form of identification to vote. Like all government programs, they have to list everything that you can use. But these Democrats are so fucking stupid. It just blows my mind that these people are so goddamn stupid. They don't understand how the government works. It's not saying you have to show all fucking 8 pieces of paper to fucking vote. It's just giving you an example of things that you can use to vote. Just like if you go buy an airline ticket, to get on an airplane. You can show your passport instead of your ID. You know, I show my government clearance pass when I get on a fucking airplane because it's a physical federal ID. You people are fucking stupid. Good God. All you want to do is make up fucking lies and bullshit. It doesn't acute accomplish anything in the fucking real world. It's mind-boggling. It's like, you guys like wake up every morning going, I'm going to take my stupid pills today and I'm going to go protest about something I have no idea what I'm protesting about. You know, it's like you guys had, what, 3 or 4 No Kings protests, right? And then the king showed up. Y'all sucked his fucking dick. Oh, the king of England. Right? You hypocritical bastards. America has no kings. But by goddamn, when the king comes, let's get on our fucking knees and say, the king, the king, the king. Jesus Christ almighty. You guys all failed a fucking history class. Right? I don't understand it. I don't understand the stupidity of the left, you know? Oh. And then the sad thing is they literally will go on every YouTube across the world, and they will tell you how stupid they literally are. They go to one and they prove how dumb they are, and then they get mad, so they go to another and back up. They're going to prove how stupid they are again, right? No, I have grumpy syndrome. I like making people grumpy, just like that man there, right? So it's fine. Sheep nuts, are you really going to spam my chat like a little girl? Are you going to be that guy? I thought we were over you acting like a little girl weeks ago. I thought we had fixed that issue with you about you acting like a little girl. You're going to be a big boy for once. Are you going to be a big boy, sheeptard? Because you promised that you could act like an adult. Did you go back on your word? Man, that makes you a fibber pants. We don't like fibber pants here, sheeptard. Come on. No trolling. We had this agreement. If you were going to troll, you were going to go somewhere else and troll the shit out of them and come back after you've had your fulfillment. You gave me your word. So now I'm going to hold you to your word. Because, if you give a man your word, you got to be held to it, held accountable. Come on now. Oh. I lost it. See what you did? You stopped the whole show because what was it? Oh, the silliness of the Democrats. The silliness of the Democrats. Jesus Christ, Okay, so it's like the whole. They've removed no, you're fine, sheepdog. So they've removed the ability to use race to gerrymander district, which is perfectly fine, because all it's doing is removing race, because mostly we're all an equal nation, right? 100% supposed to be equal: white, black, brown, yellow, pink, purple, right? So why the fuck do we need a law that says if I have brown people, I can? No, a district should be strictly boom straight, right? And personally, I think they should get rid of all the fucking colors of the districts, but just make them all fucking purple, right? Get rid of all the reds, get rid of all the fucking blues, and just make them all fucking purple, right? And let the people decide who they want. If they want a white person, a brown person, a yellow person, a green person, a red man, what the fuck ever. Let them vote for the person. Quit putting the party onto it. Make every fucking county and district purple, right? Because we're never going to be equal unless everything's purple. Get rid of the red and get rid of the fucking blue. Get rid of it. Remove every fucking Republican district and fucking Democrat district. Make them all independent districts. Let the people decide who they want. Just to be fairly honest, because just because your district is no longer blue doesn't mean you still can't vote for a black Democrat or a white Democrat or a brown or a pink Democrat. Same if you're a Republican in a red district, you can still vote any fucking color person you want to. The law didn't inherit or take that ability from you. The law itself was racist. It was a bigotry law. And we're supposed to be fighting against bigotry in America. But for some fucking reason, and Democrats are really big on segregation. Democrats are huge on segregation. Listen to those some bitches, every one of them. They're all a bunch of segregationists. They like to push this form of segregation. It's mind-boggling to me, right? The party of free love, everybody's equal, everybody's the same. There's the biggest people that push segregation, right? It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Next thing you know, they're going to just want only gay cities, only black cities, only brown cities, right? It's like, wow, you people scare me. I miss the old day liberals. I do. I miss the old school liberals. The old school liberals, they were cool people. You could at least have a conversation with the old school liberals. These modern day progressive fucking whack jobs, good God. We need to bankrupt the rich and make everybody poor and give all government fucking grocery stores and government housing and government cars because that so worked for the Soviet Union and Cuba and Argentina and Venezuela and North Korea. That shit has worked so well for everywhere else that communism didn't work. Full government, everything control. Why everybody in your government's freaking dirty? Look at freaking old Putin. Old Putin's worth what, $240 billion, and nobody in his country's poor, and he basically runs everything in his state. Yeah, good job, Democrats. It's like you never fucking did any goddamn research. Maybe one more than the others, but both three hands dirty. Everybody's hands dirty. I mean, until we get rid of the parties, everybody's hands gonna be dirty because nobody in politics gives a shit. Our opinion doesn't mean shit. That's the voter. It's never has. Ever since they drew that main fucking party line since 1913, your vote don't mean shit because they don't care about the people. They care about the party. Until you get rid of people that care about they care until you get more people in Congress that care about the people versus the party. Nothing's going to change. We're going to keep adding debt. We're still going to create poor people. We're still going to get inflational issues. We're still going to have high prices because the Congress can take all these issues away. They can fix all these problems in a twist of the pen because the pen is mightier than the sword. But yet they refuse to use the pen to make shit happen. Because heaven forbid, it's a midterm year, and we're gonna hold each other's dicks until the midterms are over. So we're all gonna punish everybody. 341 million people are gonna be punished till after the midterms because we don't want to lose our seat. Well, you should lose your fucking seats because you don't want to do your job. Every Republican right now not doing their fucking job because they're worried about the midterms should be replaced during the midterms. Every fucking one of them. In the Senate, in the House, everywhere. They should be fucking removed. Because I don't give a shit about the midterms. I give a shit about what you're not doing your job. Do your job. Fuck the Democrats and do your job that you were elected to do. Quit worrying about the fuck. If you're worried more about the party than you are my family, you should get the fuck out of Congress because you should not be there. No. And if you're a Democrat, you should be arrested and shipped off to fucking Gitmo because you're a traitor to America. Point blank. Did you see those two lovely mayors in California that got arrested because they were Chinese spies? See, Democrats don't give a shit about America. They just they'll put anybody in office. They'll screw over America. Right? That stupid bitch in Seattle they elected. She's killing Seattle. That retard they elected in New York. He's destroying fucking New York. It's like, good God. Democrats are not going to be happy until they completely collapse America. And that is their end goal, collapse America. Because they hate America, right? It's the truth. When did Republicans push segregation? Republicans actually ended segregation. Sheep tired. So what are you talking about? Republicans ended freaking Democrats' puppy mills of raising black people as slaves. So what are you talking about? I mean, history rebucks everything you say, dude. Give me one example, one law, one bill that was passed by Republicans that inherited to segregation. Republicans added mixed schools. That is school segregation. Republicans that wrote laws to end business segregation. So what are you talking about? I'm confused. Why be grumpy? Why be happy? I mean, that's kind of a silly statement. And I like being grumpy. It adheres to makes it a great show. So, What do you want from me? A donut? They're at the house. You come over, I'll make you a cup of coffee and I'll give you a donut there. Alternate. And you can feel fabulous that you got a donut and a cup of coffee from the grumpy. I think that really give me 5 key points of what Biden did as president and made the country better. 9% high inflation that we're still accumulating off, which is now reflecting the markets here in 2026 because incomers of Biden policies. So tell me, please, to the love of God, tell me what made Biden a better president. Really, you know how many homeless people were created under Biden? You know how many hundreds of thousands of small children were sex trafficked and labor trafficked in the United States under Biden? So tell me again how Biden did less harm. Tell me, please, how Biden did less harm. I'm waiting. We were at war during Joe Biden. Well, we were in multiple military conflicts because even Trump's not at war. Oh, Biden had just as many. Actually, Biden had 3 times more military conflicts than Trump did. So that's a falsehood. Because technically, we're not at war. I haven't been at war since 1945. We've been in a lot of military escapades, gentlemen slappy slap moments, but not at war. No, it's a conflict. But technically, we're our 60-day hoo-ha has ended. So Trump, we're not even we're not in negotiations between countries, which is so. What are you talking about? We're not at war. Did you miss something? Did you wake up like 6 months ago and you forgot to wake up today and see what's actually physically going on in the real world? Hold on. Let me guess. You're gonna be like, it happened because the Epstein files, because the Jews have something on Trump, and so Trump did bad things because of Epstein files. Oh my God! Even though he was cleared of the Epstein files like 20 freaking years ago, but now he's gonna start World War III over the Epstein files because the Jews have something on him. Oh my God! Even Congress quit talking about fucking Epstein files because there's nothing in there. Because they went through all, they're going, oh fuck, screw it. The news quit talking about the Epstein files because there's nothing in there. But here we should talk about the Jews are destroying the world. No. Jesus Christ. Another freaking Democrat emotional response. It's true, though. Iran never sent missiles. Iran's bombed many countries. I mean, they've never directly actually started a war, but Iran has attacked people. They were attacking people with their terrorist organizations in the street. Iran's done a lot of bad shit over the last 50 years. I know why people keep giving Iran this free pass that they've never done anything. It's bullshit. They literally killed 30,000 of their own citizens in free protest. All right, I don't give a shit. What Iraq had? Okay, once again, dumbass. See, this is my problem with Democrats. Okay, so we're in the year 2026 of our Lord. God damn it! This is not 2021 anymore. Get the fuck out of 2021. Today is today. You can't go back. You keep going, because I can drag us all the way back to Korea or Vietnam or the Civil War or the independence come on, dude. We're in 2026. Stay focused on issues at hand today. You keep worrying about shit that 50, right? And Saddam was doing bad things, so who gives a fuck? If he had weapons of mass destruction or not, he still was an evil dude. I mean, would you actually want to go and have dinner at freaking Saddam's table with him? He was not a good person. So who cares? That's why he was charged for his crimes and put to death. Because he was a bad dude. But here we are, an American fucking idiot Democrat going, oh, Saddam was a good man. They put him to death for his crimes, motherfucker, for the shit he did to his people. He was not a good, I don't give a fuck if he had weapons of mass destruction or not. They put him to death for his crimes. So you're an idiot. Here we are, 26 years later, and these stupid fuckers are just still dumb. I mean, when your own people try you and put you to death for your crimes against them, at this point, if you're a Democrat still talking, you're a fucking moron. Okay, just stupid. Fuck. I need to put some whiskey in that coffee. I have to deal with this conversation, stupid. I can't with you, dude. You're too fucking stupid. I can't. You are one. I'm gonna put you on the list as I'm fucking retarded. You get on the dumb list because you're talking out your ass. So let's see. You are the first person to hit the dumb list today. Good job. Good for you. Let's give you a round of applause. You got put on the I'm stupid list today because we're going to talk about shit that does not matter. I don't want to change my tampon. I like the grape flavored day. It's making me happy. So kiss on my butthole. Sheep retard. On to number one on the. Oh. Mm-hmm. It wasn't even worth putting Gumball on the list because fuck Gumball the other day. Fuck, he had like 20 hash marks of 20 marks of stupid. You know, at some point you just gotta be like, no, you just can't deal with that person anymore. It's like, come on, dudes, you gotta bring some, right? Oh, shit, it was like, what that wasn't yesterday. I wasn't on yesterday. I took the day off of, I think I just didn't really feel like live streaming yesterday, but, this guy brought something stupid. Oh, he called Trump a dictator or a cult leader. He called Trump a cult leader, right? And said we were all cultists. So I gave him the time to shine. Give me the 5 points that makes us a cult. Couldn't even do that. Couldn't come up with one. It was very, very depressing. No, being a Trump supporter is easy. I wake up every morning, stretch out, scratch my big old dick and my balls and all that. Fucking wake up and I look at my big old bank account. God damn, it's great to be an American. You should try it, right? Act like an American for once. Quit being a silly communist. Mm-hmm. You know why you're poor? Because you're a communist and you got no brains. Well, there's many, many different key therapies between Trump and Biden. But the problem is so Sheepdart, this is my accumulated issue with between all the presidents. You had all 47 presidents, okay? So the president is one man. The president can only do so much. President only has so much power, right? Congress, on the other hand, has been really, really bad over the years, right? Because Congress is more in version of fighting instead of actually doing their job. So until we can get Congress and the Senate to actually do their jobs, you can't inherently blame the president for every issue happening in America because he's not the only, he's only one man. He can't he's not a king. He's not an emperor. He can't just be like, oh, fuck Congress and just make a whole bunch of laws that make sense. Because if fuck we can do that, then Democrats will go out and protest that we don't have a king. But yet they don't want Trump to have that power, so they want to protest no kings, right? But they refuse to protest the Congress and the Senate for not doing their jobs. So no, I mean, yes, I like these funny pictures, because it's just for some poetic freaking humor for me because it's funny. But hello, Mr. Trey. Maybe later. If you're blaming one man for all your problems, you're not woke. Your head's up your ass, right? Because your city government, your state government actually does more to affect your personal life than your president. But there's always that. But you never hear anybody crying about their really, you haven't heard anybody complain about their state or city government or county government or what, right? It's silly to me that they blame one man, right? It's crazy to me. It was like this. It was like that phone call I got today of he was supposedly a Republican. He was no Republican. This guy was a dumbass. He started talking, and I was like, and I was trying to be nice to him. I really was because I didn't want to be mean to somebody on the telephone. Things he started talking about all these propaganda bullshits, and it's like, he's talking about retirement 401ks and stock market investments and all that, and I'm like, well, the only thing that affects me with any of my 401ks or my IRAs would be a high capital gains tax, which under Trump, that's all been removed. So I don't have to worry about any of that shit. And right now, if you're investing in the market, it would be the perfect time to start investing in the market because everything's low and everything's supposed to keep end of June, July, you should start seeing a raise in the market. So if you want to become a rich man, start taking your little peanuts you got and go invest. Because you buy when the stock is low. You don't buy when the stock is high. Because that just would be insanity. Who controls Trump? Well, like most married men, probably his wife. I mean, that's definitely. I love the grumpy boys. They got my back. That's funny. Maybe alternate. You should hit the gym and build that brain up a little bit more. Get that thing to start. Get those electrodes in there. Go. Get that brain working. It'd be good for you. I think so. I really, really think so. Mm-hmm. And I can't fault Trey for wanting to make the world a healthier place. He just wants everybody to be healthy, so he tells everybody to hit the gym. Yeah, I still love you, sheep turd. Even if you're one of my top trolls, I still love you, dude. Big loves to you. It's always good to see your face around here. You're like my norm. Everybody come. Well, actually, that'd be Eric. Eric would be my norm because everybody like Eric. So there's that. My white duck is no longer white. She is completely moody. She is a brown duck now. One day, Grumpy. I mean, my name is Grumpy, not Grump. So if you can't spell my name right, you sound stupid. I mean, come on. It's Grumpy, not Grump. Moron. I know who Trump is. You've been looking at the life and makings of Donald Trump since I was a kid, and the thousands of people Trump has had done good for, and all the people Trump has helped out. It's just, you go off one key point bullshit talking point because you're a crybaby, but you don't even really know who the real Trump is. I mean, Trump actually has helped out lots of people, out of his own free will, his own free pocket. Um, the African guy that was locked up in jail. I can't think of his name right now. It's coming to me, but he was a political prisoner. Trump sent his plane over there, his personal fucking plane, to go rescue him and his whole goddamn family because NATO, the UN, the U.S. government wouldn't do fucking shit. Nelson Mandela. Trump sent his personal people over to rescue Nelson Mandela and his whole fucking family to get him out of there from political persecution. So don't tell me Trump is a horrible guy. You're a moron. You don't even know who Trump is. That's how fucking stupid you are. Trump has done thousands of great things in his life, and he's never even asked for a pedal. He wasn't done. Look what I've done. He used to be a very private person when it comes to his hurrah bullshit. I mean, now he does it just to piss you people off. So Europe needs to be challenged because Europe is freaking falling behind and they're doing worse things for the people in America. You know, when you start implicating freaking S chambers to have people put to sleep for life just so you can harvest their organs, that's a bad crap. That shit needs to be stopped. When you're physically allowing your whole country to be overran by people that want to destroy you, yeah, somebody should say something. You know, It's in their book. It tells them from the time they're little babies, from the time they die, it tells them to destroy you. And it was like, no, no, yes, yes. America has a juice box. I haven't drank the juice boxes here in so long. What do you mean, what? You can't really be that stupid when you say what book. What do you mean lies? Go read the book, stupid. It literally tells you throughout the book, take over and control the world and make everybody down on their knees that doesn't bow to Islam. Are you stupid? It's in their book. You just like my milkshake, sheep tart. That's all it is. You know, it brings all the boys to the yard. He was the real hero in the Lord of the Rings. Sam. Sam was the real hero in Lord of the Rings. Sam was. Frodo was a bitch. Without Sam, Frodo would have never made his test. Sam is the fucking hero of Lord of the Rings. And, you know, he picked up old Frodo's ass and carried him through the whole movie. Sam carried Frodo's ass through the whole entire book, the movie. Sam was the hero, not Frodo. You know what I mean? And Sam was such a hero, he got the hot bartender at the end. That's how you know Sam won. They had to ship out. They had to freaking deport Frodo because Frodo sucks so bad they had to deport his ass. Right? At least Sam got the hot girl. So you know he's the hero because the hero always gets the girl. Who'd Frodo get? Nothing. He got deported. He got kicked the fuck out. Sam was the hero. He was. And people tell me I'm crazy, but it's the truth. The hero always gets the hot girl at the end of the movie. Sam got the hot girl. He got the white picket fence. He was the dude of the dudes, man. It's the truth. All right? Nick Fuentes is the fucking bigoted son of a bitch, racist, cocksucking, communist, anti-American piece of shit. He's not a good guy. I have never. I will listen to that man one time, and I was like, who the fuck listens to this crazy psycho fucking Nazi son of a bitch? He's a whack job. We're not at war with Iran, stupid, so I have no opinion on the war with Iran. There's no war with Iran. We're not at war with Iran. Because you can't find me a piece of paper signed by the Congressional Congress that has declared war on Iran. We're not at war. So I have no opinion. Now, when Congress declares war, I'll give you an opinion. Tell them we're not at war. Because that's how the Constitution's written. I really have no idea who the hell that is. I'll have to check that one out. Let me write that down. I will Google that sheep and I will get back to you on that on the later show today for Grumpy's and Sons. I'll give you my opinion on that. You're a fucking donut. Or is that a coconut? The name sounds familiar, but I don't want to give a false opinion. I mean, so let me refresh on it, and then I'll give you my opinion sheet card. That's I hate to give you a false opinion because that would just not be what I do. So no, I mean it's like I was listening to Alex Jones this morning. He was fucking Alex Jones is a turncoat. You know, he's your Arnold McDonald. He's your the guy that like turned on Washington. Fucking why can't I ever think of his name? McDonald. You know the British spy. That's who Alex Jones reminds me of lately. He's just, you know, unless he can get clout for it, unless he's making money off his insane fucking booger butts, he just fucking turns on everybody. So you can't trust a person that can't stand on his own opinion, right? On his own word. And Alex Jones lately has not been able to stand on his own words, right? And that drives me fucking insane. It's like Candace Owens. Same thing. She came up with all this hype clout bullshit to go out of her way to get the man that killed her supposed best friend set free. The motherfucker admitted to killing Charlie Kirk. His fingerprints, all the DNA. Trust me, if that was a government fucking psyop to kill somebody, you would never know. There would have been no prints or nothing. It would just been, you know, the government doesn't fuck up like that. Or they would have had, if the government would have done it, Tyler Robinson would have been assassinated shortly afterwards if the government did something like that. Because that's how the government rolls. They leave no freaking words behind. But no, with Candace Owens, bring up freaking airplanes that were on their flight path to maintenance. You know, because airplanes have to be maintained, because if not, they fall out of the fucking sky, right? Or it was Jews, and then it went from the Jews to the Iranians, and then to the Pakistanians, and then to the Germans, and it's like everybody killed Charlie Kirk. Everybody had their, apparently the whole world was like, we're going to kill Charlie Kirk, because heaven forbid he can't be the next president of the United States. No, we have to stop that. You know, it was the stupidest fucking dumb. But I can say the same thing about what the fuck's her name? The blonde chick. She's a clouder too. I mean, she doesn't stand on anything. She jumps around so much that it's just weird. And Tucker Carlson pisses me off. I used to like that son bitch, you know. But once he turned turncoat though, it was like, and then now he wants to run for president with like a 1% approval rating from crazy people. No, sorry, Tucker. I mean, we already know you've been paid for. You're a bought and paid sucker fish. I like Charlie Kirk too. Charlie Kirk was a good man. I mean, you know, some of his talking points were a little controversial, but you know, I liked the man personally. He was a good guy. He was a great father, great man. You know, you know. Well, here's one. It's always crazy to me that really has just blown my mind. And I can't think of the politician's name. I had it written down somewhere, but he is literally a Nazi. Literally, he has a big old swastika on his chest. He is all white supremacist. He's been a white supremacist his whole life, and the Democrats elected him. Right? They elected him, but yet then they turn around and call all the MAGA people Nazis. We have never elected a white supremacist, but boy, God, Democrats elect a lot of white supremacists. It's really weird to me. You know, the party supposed of love and peace. You guys sure freaking elect a lot of freaking racists and bigots. It's crazy to me. What comes out of the womb goes into the tomb. Well, you're born to die. This is a fact, Billy. From the day you're born, you start to die. Right? That's just kind of a fact of life. And it's your day to die. Nothing in this world's going to stop you. Nothing's going to stop you. Nothing's going to help you. It's just your time is ended. That note was already written. Time you were born, time you're going to die. That's how that works. You know, I know Sheep is a troll. Sheep is my best troll. I've known this since day one. He's an ultimate troll. It's all right. I mean, 90% of the grumpy boys were trolls, and now they're grumpy boys. So I don't know. So I don't know what you're. I mean, literally, like 90% of my pure true followers were all trolls at the beginning, and now they're grumpy boys. So I don't know. Oh no! If you're a Democrat, you should just be shipped off Gitmo. You're a traitor to America. And if he was a Marine and now a Democrat, he's a disgrace to his fucking uniform. He's a disgrace to his fellow Marines. He should just be hauled off to Gitmo. He's a traitor to America. Sorry. If you're a Democrat, if you serve in the U.S. military and you come out as a Democrat, you're a traitor to America, and a disgrace to your uniform. 100 fucking %. Nothing about a Democrat screams America. Nothing. Those anti-American pig-sucking bastards. No. Nope. You'll never convince me Democrats are good people because there's just too many bad historical things the Democrats did that their hands will never be clean. You know, for what the Democrats did for 100 years is just as bad as what the Nazis did for 10 years. They were. If you're a Nazi, you don't get to wash your hands. If you're a Democrat, you don't get to wash your hands of all the bad shit your party's worth. No, you get no moral high ground. You get no free pass. Nothing. You're never gonna. Your hands are never gonna be clean. You're a disgrace. If anybody votes Democrat after reading a history book of what the fuck they did and still says that I can be a good, you can't be a good person as a Democrat. You can't. that'd be like a modern day freaking stupid ass progressive. Oh, socialism, communism's the way of the future. We already seen that shit don't work. You can't vote for Obama because of the 22nd Amendment. And apparently Congress doesn't want to amend it, so you can't vote for Obama. So you're a moron. Who asked me that question the other day? Who asked me, I know what the 22nd Amendment says. There's a person can only run for 2 terms in office. But guess what? Congressional Congress can amend that to allow somebody to run for more than 2 terms. Right? So it's like people don't know how the Constitution works. It just scares me. I think before you can graduate high school, I think you should have to pass a basic civics test. Actually, before you can even vote, you should have to pass a basic civics test and a basic constitutional test. Well, I mean, we do it for people that become citizens. I think I think every person that before they're allowed to vote should have to take a test. Right? Fuck it. If you're not smart enough to, if you're not smarter than a 5th grader, you should not be allowed to vote. You know what? I'm sending that Congress. They should write that law right now. It's called the 5th grader test. We're gonna pass that on to Congress. The 5th grade test. 5th grader test. Before you can vote, you have to be smarter than a 5th grader before you can vote in America. Oh, there you go. You're welcome. Just checked it. Well, we definitely know Hillary Clinton smells bad because every one of her staffers says that she's just had this horrible odor. No wonder Bill Clinton had to get girlfriends because he couldn't sleep in the same room with his wife because she was like that rotting queen. What the hell was it? What queen was that? Victoria the 16th or something like that. Her odor was so bad. She was just a rotting queen. Just disgusting. No, Grumpy smells like very expensive cologne. Grumpy smells yummy. Mm-hmm. I would lick a Grumpy. I'd be like, that's how sexy Grumpy is. I'd lick myself. Mm-hmm. You gotta blow my nose. So there was one instance because I own goats, right? I own goats, and my Carhartt jackets that I wear all over the farm. I take care of the animals. My jackets, they smell of goats. It doesn't matter how many times you wash something. If you play with goats, it'll always smell like a goat, right? So I went down to the bar and I'm sitting there, right? And my friend's like, "You've had a complaint that you stink." I'm like, "I don't fucking stink. What are you talking about?" I mean, of all the old men that come in here and fucking smell like sweaty ass, apparently I stink. And for one, who's stiffing me in a bar, right? Well, it comes out she didn't. and she owns a goat. And that one thing I think was funny to me. You know, I mean, yeah, goats do have an extreme, odor to them, but that may not stink. They smoke a goat. So I no longer wear those jackets bar because it was just coming to it's like whatever. So, so I do have two jackets that smell like goats. I mean, it's just what it is. So I just no longer wear those jackets into the bars. But I've never had anybody ever complain though. But her, she's like, I'm like, what are you talking about? And I've never gone to a bar and sniffed another man. I mean, so if you're going to a bar sniffing another man, I think you're in the wrong bar. You should go to the Rainbow Club. Of course, don't get too sniffy to them though, because you might come back with glitter or something. So we will definitely know who you are because you'll have glitter all over your pretty face. The groupings. I have gone a few times. I won't lie. No. I drink at home now. I mean, I got you guys drink with. I don't even need to go to the bar anymore. I got the Grumpy Boys drink with. We have our own bar. I mean, and our bar has flames. I always thought, if I had the money just out of pocket. Hold on, let me find my picture. Fuck, we're gonna maybe when I become a rich, famous YouTuber, I'm gonna open. I'll start my own bar and be Grumpy's Hangout, right? I am totally gonna have the flame sign though, because fuck it, I will spend the money on the natural gas just to have the flaming sign. Fire Marshal Bill's gonna be pissed off at me, right? I don't care. It'll still be funnier than shit. I once picked up a stinky hook. That's why they invented a car wash machine. So if they stink, you just go give them the old hot waxy wax, spray them down with the simple the tire and engine cleaner. You just like, and then you give them a spray wax. So you everything nasty slip. Oh, I'm still getting in trouble for that one. I can see the YouTube AI guy right now. You're in trouble. You said something bad about the hookers. It was like that. No. Sorry, Democrat. We don't do that. Goodbye, Democrat. No. We just do not appreciate that word here. Because the only people that write that word is that word. So there you go, Nate. We know who you are. We'll put you on the list of people. Nate is on the dumb list. Good job, Nate. You made the dumb list. But you made the don't ever fucking come back list again either, you racist pig son of a bitch. Because we don't deal with bigotry here. Grumpy boys have no color. Oh, Democrats, exactly. I mean, you were close. You were. I know it's a name. I can read. Thank you. I can't speak half the frickin' time, but I can read. Wasn't born yesterday. Maybe day after, day before, but yes, Nigel. Nigel is an English name. He was on that cartoon, the Wild Berries or whatever the hell that movie was. Um, with the little monkey boy and the little, they had the monkey and the nerdy girl. The Wild Thornberries. Nigel was dead on the Wild Thornberries. I like that cartoon. Yeah, that proper British accent, where they're talking under the breath all the time. I don't know how they can talk under the breath all the time. It's like, and they're always pronunciating properly under the breath. It's like, what? Speak louder. I'm deaf. Speak it so I can hear you. So it's all right. It's all right. We won't die today. Well, I mean, if you ask the Democrats, we're all freaking. The world is ending. How can you live like that? That's really for the question today. I mean, how can you wake up every morning thinking the world's going to end? How freaking depressing. No wonder they never leave the basement. They're like their little storm shelter. They're like, oh, the world's ending. And then you got people out in the Bible Belt. You got rednecks out in the Bible Belt. Oh, there's a tornado. I can rope that shit on bitch. You got all these weirdo Democrats. They're like, the world's ending. We're all gonna die. Well, good. Then we don't have to look at you or hear you anymore. It'd be a God blessing. We'll go boop. All of a sudden just breaking heaven. We'd never have to listen to another Democrat. Fuck, that'd be amazing. Yes. Yes, it would be. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Can you put my name here on the background? Can you put my hero as the background? Spider-Man? I don't have a Spider-Man. Hello, Ivan. Who's your hero? Sheepdog. I don't think I have a Spider-Man. Here, we'll be like Star Trek Space, the final frontier. But no man has gone before. Because man has never been to outer space. We have never left the atmosphere of the Earth. So that's always really depressing. Right? I've always wanted to be an astronaut, but of course we never go to outer space. We just go to a higher atmosphere. So that's very boring. And, is that sarcasm? She's retired at 55 from 2 different places, including the military, and I take care of myself. Very lovely, sir. We salute you. What is sarcasm, Ivan? Who are we talking about? Trump Jesus is my hero. I have Trump Jesus. I do. I have him as his record, but he's as the puppet master. you know, and so I got thinking about that the other day when like Jesus, his name wasn't Jesus. You know what Jesus means? It means Hail Zeus. So literally every day we say Jesus, we're praying to the sun god. That one never really made any sense to me, but you know that was another thing that really always confused me about Christians is they change people's names, to the point where it's like, why can't we just use his original Jewish name, right? What's wrong with just calling him his name, right? I don't understand what would really be the bad thing about calling him Yeshua. Why not? What's wrong with that? Why can't we pray to or actually the Christ, our actual Savior? Why do we have implicated names that I've never understood that about Christianity itself? You know, I don't know. I'll never understand it. And I'm a big believer in the Christ. I have never understand why Christians go their way to change his name. It's like they try to erase the whole point that he was a little Jewish guy. What's wrong with that? I'm okay with it. I think everybody should be okay with it, right? Oh, but I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. Could be. No, I'm not, because in my last cycle evaluation, it's so that my mind was fine. I am not crazy. I am perfectly okay. I am just a lovely, lovely box of coconuts. I got big one, small one, Something as big as my head. Oi! Right? But I know, that was just always one thing I always thought was funny. And then, and then you go back to like original, like old scripture, they gave God many names so they could never commit blasphemy against the Father's name. Well, technically, his name is I am, and you are I am. We are in singular of one creation of God, so I am. So the only way you can actually speak blasphemy of the Father's name is, remove yourself from God Himself. But it just always really striking me about all the weirdness of, you know. Mm-hmm. It's all right. It is. Oh, here's one for you I love most. Here's one I love for you. So Jehovah Witnesses, right? They call God Jehovah. Well, and they hate Catholics, correct? It was a Catholic Pope that came up with the name of Jehovah in his own scholatorial readings and writings. He's the one that came up with the name Jehovah, right? But the Catholics and Jehovah Witnesses just do not get along very well at all. Another one of my humorous moments of the day. Not dogging on anybody. You can be who you want to be. Be who you want to be. Mm-hmm. But I just, it's just weird shit like that that just floats around in my brain. It's open thoughts you got. You're like, I should really, spread my thoughts and my opinions. I'm sure I've upset somebody by that one, but there's no dog on him. I just always thought it was funny that I had this lovely guy. He used to come. I already told that story. He was writing a book, great book, but I don't know if he's still alive. Because that was 12 years ago. He was an old boy. He was in his 80s then, so he might have passed by now. But whatever his book was at, I should get a hold of his daughter and see if he ever got his book published. It was a good sign. It was a good sign, and I was in it. My name was in it. I always thought that was weird. You randomly, and I say you don't just randomly meet strangers. You always meet some people for a reason in your life. They're always brought into your life for a reason. And he's like, hey, can you read my book? I'm like, oh, I'll read your book, give you some, hypes and all that. And so I found out I was the main character in this book. I was like, this is pretty awesome. We've never met before. And he didn't know anybody by that name. It was just some, and he said that he had a dream to use that name. And one day he was going to meet that man, and we met. So God is an incredible person, I swear. I'm not going to be all a snot bar about it, but you drink. Oh my God, I have a motor oil story. Oh man, I got a motor oil story for you from back in the days. So, a buddy of mine, his girlfriend, they didn't have any lube, right? And so they used motor oil, right? And it turned out very bad. they had to use a lot of cream and stuff for a while because it burned. When I get to heaven, it's going to be burning. There might be. You never know. Because unfortunately, God made all plants and stuff for, so, I mean, it's supposed to be paradise. No. You definitely know there won't be no Democrats in heaven because it's paradise. Actually, I will have to find that scripture in the Bible where it says that there's no Democrats in heaven. It's actually in the Bible. So, but you still have all these Democrats still praying to God that they're never going. So I'll have to find the scripture. It's in there. Later on the night show. Let me write that down so I can find that scripture for you for the Grumpy and Sons motique later. Bible verse says no Democrats in heaven. It's in there. I've read it. It's pretty funny. That should give me a lot of that should cause a lot of hate and discontent. No matter what, this is rock does not always count on him being at the gym. We always know that Trey's at the gym. Well, he's not always at the gym though, because Trey actually works his ass off. He has a really important job. So we know that he's not always at the gym. But I give him great credit though, Make the world about. I mean, he's all about Maha, right? Make America healthy again. I give the dude credit 100%. I will never bend my weights. I like to bend my weight, but I'm afraid though if I get rid of my body mass though, I won't be able to lift as much as I can. So there's that. Because we already know I can lift a lot of weight, throw a lot of shit around. So you know, if I was to get rid of my body mass, I'm not gonna really be able to. No, actually, my whole life I've always had excessive, really excessive strength. I don't know why. My brother called it our strength, big R strength. I probably agree with him, but it's fine and dandy for me. It's okay. We have exactly no mods today. All my mods have run away. Oh, see, I turn on something important and I lose everybody. See, when I have Trump on though, when I have Trump old grumpy leg, he brings all the haters in. We're just gonna keep using this one because it brings all the special needs people in to argue. No. Oh, the 2 days. I freaking was on for like 8 hours the other day. I'm on for 8 hours. Good God, I really was giving up putting them in. Where is Rock? I think he's still mad at me because I took away his god powers. Because, you know, if he'd stop freaking bouncing all the freaking main people every time he comes, he's like, bloop, you're gone. Bloop, you're no. You leave those people. They're the ones that make the show continue on going. Man, God, I'm having fucking deja vu right now. I swear to God, we've had this conversation before about Rock. I think we have, but I'm having deja vu though. Maybe I'm YouTubing too much. I'm dreaming about my people. I'm just kidding. I'm not that kind of pervert. That would be weird. Grumpy, what are you dreaming about at night? My people. I see my pretty people in my mind. Going insane. I think I do need to go back to the store though. I forgot a liquid beverage for the show tonight. Guess where I met her, Rock? Where did you meet her? Oh, the young gal. Did you ever take her on a date yet? Did I miss that? Trey, did you ever shebang? Did you finally break the ice and take her on the? Feel so lonely. Everybody just ignores me on my own show. Yeah, no, I can't do it. I block him every time he comes on here. I just couldn't do it. No, no, no. Maybe. Hey, she turned maybe. I'll do that on an after midnight show. I'll put old JE up there on the back screen. Let's do it. JE put. I wonder if I can make one of them on flames. I can do that. I'm learning AI. I'm gonna make one of him burning. Because he is in hell right now, so I think I can get away with it. That's it. Thank you, sheep. I'm gonna find that one. Oh, all right. You found an older girl. Lovely. Cuckoo Machu, Mrs. Robinson. Nice. When I was a younger man, I had a thing for the older gals too. They were quite the lovely, because they could cook. It's funny how I got so fat. You know, that's how I got fat. I kept dating the older gals. They kept wanting to feed me. You know, maybe if I wasn't dating the old ladies, right, I'd still be skinny and like built. I did it to myself. They make the pies and the yummy things. And Penelope, how you doing, darling? How you doing? I'm doing great. How are you doing today? Yep, asked for the spot on my Instagram. Told her I was right. If they can't give you your phone number, they're not that invested into you. I think so. I know for the last few days though, I think everybody in town's mad at me again. I don't know what I did. I don't know. But it's like one day they're all happy to see me, and the next day they're like, "Meh." I think they watched my show. You know, they watched my show, and that's how that works. I'll be right back. I gotta use that. Hey, still pending. How you doing, dude? Welcome in, welcome in. Busy but good. I got some Ben Gay for you, Trey. You can rub on your legs. Because Ben Gay is a very beautiful smell. You know, they have scentless Ben Gay. Which I don't see the whole point of it, you know. You gotta have that menthol, like really stingy. All right. Ooh. Working out. I should get the whole Richard Simmons song. Dancing to the 80s. Dancing to the oldies. Lose it. Come on, gentlemen. Let's get funky. Hey, I think Rock is the toughest person in the world. He has lifted the world because he's solid mass. Mm-hmm. While they're contemplating health, I'm gonna find a new picture. What the hell is this picture? Oh yeah, I like this one. Endless supplies for the pond. It's so small though. I need to learn how to move it up. I want it to be moved up. That upsets me. Upsets me deeply. What is this one? My deplorables. It's like his war face though. He's got his small face, but he's like the whole freaking like that Irish guy. It's coming to me. No, he was Scottish. He was a Scottishman. Scotsman. Scotland shall be free. Wallace. Yes. Trump got his Wallace paint on. William Wallace. Have you ever really watched the whole documentary and how what they did to his body? They didn't do that, man. They were ruthless to him. Ruthless. They made him suffer painfully. I don't think the movie did, you know, But go if you get really bored, watch the whole thing on it. Very violent, very violent. Yeah, but he was a real person. Just and what they did to him. Oh, good God! I'd rather just have my head chopped off with the guillotine. Just get her done. Just right. Of course, with my two titanium rods, though, you can't cut off my head. You're gonna have to rip that son bitch off. Like my daddy always told me, if your head wasn't screwed on and fall off, well, guess what, Daddy? My head is screwed on now. It's not falling off. So it's all right. Mm-hmm. 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 Bench squat deadlift. Ooh, the Wild West steak. Porky! What is going on, Porcus? I would not want to live. I've always, when I was a kid, I was like, man, I really wish I wouldn't be a cowboy back in the old days. And then I've watched a lot of documentaries and historical facts on the old days, and where people literally it just was horrid. People didn't bathe. They never washed their clothes. I know they always make them. They always have their clothes being washed on TV, but they were covered in dirt and stink and whatever nonsense. The streets were full of poop and just gross. I joined back when I can. All right, Penelope, have fun. Don't work too hard. We'll see you when you come back. Listen, girl, hormone spike of your testosterone. I don't need any of that tea stuff. I want to be lazy. I want to be Porky. I'm still in your name, Porky, because that's what I am. I'm Porky. Tickle. Tickle. So, too bad I'm Canadian. What's wrong with being Canadian? So it's nice for me. We have some very good Canadians that come in here and stroll along. We have Tay Tay and Eric and you. And I know there's a few more, but they're not regulars. So as you spike it, does it need to inject your hormone? There's a natural diet where you can boost up your. There's a lot of foods that kill your testosterone. So you can do it naturally. You don't have to take the medication. Your body naturally produces it. Are you enjoying $14? It's only 8. Thank you, not 14. The Copenhagen is 14. The Cougar is 8. But yes, I am. Thank you. Someday I'm going to give it up. I'm just not going to have tobacco anymore. I'm just going to be straight and narrow. Hemp! What has happened on my fellow? Imagine eating the grill. Oxalon? Okay, what does it taste like? Now I'm going to imagine that. I wonder what it tastes like. I want to go to the South America and I want to taste the mountain pork. I've heard mountain pork is very yummy. Mm-hmm. I heard it's very tasty. Yeah. Somehow we gotta get our numbers up though. I'd like to see like 200 or 300 people up there. That'd be very sexy. Who is this? Oh, hey, it's the California spy lady. It's the Asian, it's the China spy that they elected in California because California decides they need to have spies. Changed my mind. So I don't know how that's going to work for them though, because they're shutting down all the refineries in California so they can buy fuel from China. Because that's always works. But Trump basically cut all the fuel off to China, so California's really screwed right now. They can't supply the enemy anymore. That's always funny. Look how grumpy. I have to go over. All right, Chief Tart. Always good to see you, my friend. Come back and get more time to hang out. Always lovely to see you, my friend. Keep on trolling. Don't give up. You're doing great. You're a good troll, my friend. A good troll. Oh, he's a good troll. I like this one. This one always gets me. All right, you know. Mm-hmm. I need to figure out how to move my. I just gotta sit way far back here. We'll just go like this. I found all these lovely pictures. I like to, I just like to share them. I'm a dedicated person to art or to memes and to make people disgrumpy. Fun for me, but some people get so offended about everything, and I don't know why. Which is all right. Just, I think it's gonna start raining again. Which is okay. I like the rain. I like the rain. The rain makes me happy. I'm a weird person like that. The rain makes happy. Some people are like, oh, Count, it's raining. But the rain is great. It makes you feel better. There, I'm going to use this one. This one tends to get people excited and angry. Mm-hmm. Why do you want people so angry? Because it's funny. It's funny, I tell you. It's funny. I wonder why Clockmaker hasn't come back. I wonder if he's still mad at me for kicks. I keep blocking him. Or I keep timing him out. He was funny. No, he really wasn't, but he had his moments though. Grumpy, that's his savior. Now he's a puppeteer. He's the puppet master. That's why he's wearing the glove. He likes to make people little puppets. Boop, 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 It's all right. No, I only time him out. I never, because you can't physically block anybody on YouTube. You can just keep timing them out. Now you can hide them, but I think it only works for that particular show. Because I've had people. What's funny is I've given people 24-hour times out before, right? And they come right back. It's like, what the fuck? So they know how to sneak around the system, I guess, which is fine. But mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I'm okay though. I'm okay with it. You know, because I kind of look at it like this though. I mean, I don't mind people coming out here to to debate. But if you come debate me, at least have your facts. Don't bring your propagandists. If you lose, be a good loser. All right. Don't just get all hostile about it. But you know how I can tell somebody's already automatically lost in the debate? The first thing they do is they blame Trump for everything. So if you blame Trump for everything, your argument's already a loss to me because that's a false argument. Tell me you're not a cultist. I know, super little orange gay guy. What makes me a cultist? Give me the 5 key points that adheres to a cult. Your time to shine there, super orange gasms. Tell me what makes Trump a cult master. Oh, wait. I'll give you time to shine. Come on, little fella. Tell me. Your time to shine right now. You have the floor. Tell us what makes me a cultist. Tell me. Tell me. Oh, wait. We will wait for you so you can be enlightened, and we'll even give you time to Google it since you're not smart enough to know on top of your head. So, get you a Democrat. All right, Supergasm's going on the dum dum list. Super is on the dum dum list of the day. Good job there, dum dum. That's just they just come in here and they say the stupidest shit. It's like they're all programmed to say the same stupid shit every day. It's like they have nothing new, you know. You're a cultist. Trump is an evil man. And they can't tell you why he's evil or how he's a cult leader or anything like that because they don't. I mean, literally, when Obama was president, people were calling Obama daddy. All right. I have never called Trump daddy before. But literally, you literally had people when Obama was president, they called him daddy. Right? It was really weird to me. But we're the cultist. We are the enders of the world. No, sir, only Obama gave phones. Trump gave no phones. So doesn't that make you the cultist because you were an Obama guy? You got the Obama phone and the Obamacare. Mm-hmm. And technically, all welfare programs have always given out. They used to give out home landlines, and now they give out cell phones. So it's just part of the program. So you just sound stupid all the way around. So you get a check mark on your name for just being stupid. Because if you're on welfare, you're entitled to a telephone, so you can search for jobs. That's why they give you the phone. So, well, you get the check mark for dum dum too. Let's try again, super genius. Come on, man. Time to shine. Time to shine. Time to rock and roll. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on, little orange man. Come on. I'm going to play a song for you. Actually, amazingly, I'm a member of Mar-a-Lago, so that's stupid. So now you get another check mark on your name for being stupid. I actually have a membership to Mar-a-Lago because I'm not poor like you. Come on, keep trying, Mr. Supergasms. Well, Epstein had many best friends, but Trump hasn't associated with Epstein since he put his ass in prison in 2005. Another check mark for stupidness. Try again. Come on. Try again. Come on. You're failing so miserably. I mean, you think by now you Democrats have better talking points. You just you're all programmed to say the same shit over and over again. Just hold on. Are you gonna bring up January 6th next? That's always a fascinating one for me. Tell me, you're on the grumpy time, the grumpy what is your issues? Tell me now. I kind of look like JD Vance like this. I have sexy eyes. Have you ever noticed how sexy my eyes are? Man, no wonder JD Vance is always like this. He's like, look at my sexy eyes. And then I seen the political stream of a guy called Matt was trying to use Star Trek to advocate for communism. Oh my God, have you seen him? Speaking of that, have you seen the new epic communist Star Treks? They have one for it's called Star Trek Evolution, where it's evolved. Everybody is like an extreme leftist fruitcake, and they get taken over by the Borg. It was so awesome. But yeah, they have one. They have one for Star Trek communism. It was really funny. They have a whole bunch of epics on YouTube. You have to check them out. It's kind of funny. Epic Star Treks. I thought it was funnier than shit. But technically, though, Star Trek would be under a socialism controlled government because it was one world government. They had you know, did they have yeah, they had one world president. It was actually really funny. So I mean, technically, if you looked in the future of the world under the way Star Trek, yeah, they'd been under a socialist government because everything was a one currency band. Everybody had the same currency. Everything was the same. So yeah, they had universal health care. I mean, everything. Yeah, everything was run by the government itself, the one world government. So yeah, I mean, technically, yeah. So there wasn't a falsehood in his debate. I mean, it was kind of a, you know, and eventually, not my lifetime, but eventually, we're going to be under a one world government, a one world control where everybody speaks the same language. You know, so because unfortunately, the issue with humans is humans have to be enslaved and put in boxes till they're. I mean, they're not going to be happy till the whole world's enslaved under one main organism. You know, so that's the. Sadly, it's just kind of. Because yeah, look at all the planets. All the planets were stuck under. They weren't happy taking over everyone on Earth. They literally went around the universe and enslaving other planets. You are ours now. You belong to us. Oh, oh my God! The Vulcans were the Jews. Because everybody, because everybody blamed the Vulcans like they do the Jewish people. What the fuck? Good God! See, you can't even get away from it in the future. The Vulcans were the Jews, and everybody hates the Vulcans, and everybody hates the Jews, and they blame them for everything because it was the Vulcans that started it all. You know, they gave man technology to take over the world and the universe. You know, I do love about Star Trek though. So in like the original TV series, Spock was a playboy, right? Just like the captain, he was all about fiddle faddling with the girls. It wasn't until the movies where they made him a nerd, freaking robot zombie, you know. So, but in the original '60s movies, though, he was a playboy like Captain Kirk. Very sexy, very, very, very sexy. So, you know, I'm going now to enjoy my second beer of the day. All right, Mr. Porky. I'll join you at 6 o'clock when the boy comes on. Because it's just too early for drinking for me right now. And I really hurt my mangina yesterday. After drinking like 24 beers, my mangina hurt yesterday. I felt so bloated and fuck, I just couldn't stop pissing. It was all bad. But not that I'm not going to do it again because, you know, it's funny. It's every time I drink, I regret it. Every time I go out and I go drinking again, I'm like, I'm never drinking again. My mangina hurts so bad. It's broken. I've broken my meninges. You know, and I'm licking my wounds and acting like a little bitch the next day. And a couple days later, I'm like, I could use a beer. You know, so men are not the smartest creatures on the face of the planet. But that's why we've had built the world, because we do stupid shit. Because without men, where would we be? No offense to my lady watchers or viewers, because you guys are very lovely, because you created us men. But you know, men are men. So, and for our leftist people that don't know what men is, exactly, you'll never be one. So you don't have to guess. That's fine. You don't know how to be a man, so that's why you're confused on what a man is and what a woman is, because you'll never know how to be one. So it's okay. 2 thumbs up to you. I'm drinking. I kind of figured that one out, Porky, when you say you're on your second beer. You know, I think that was kind of a give me. Oh, God, I don't want to see them. Man. Oh, it was like that. They had this island contest, right? They put all the men on one island. They put all the women on one island. Well, and the first day, the men had collaborated to who had a specific job, you know, water, shelter, food, so and so and so all the way. And they built this island paradise, right? Within a week, they had an island paradise built. The women were starving and fighting and wanted to kill each other. So I'm just saying, some days it's just easier to be a man. So when I hear these men that say, I want to become a natural woman, why? That sounds so dangerous and so unhappy. Just no, I could never do it. I mean, having the tits would be awesome. I mean, I'd just be having fun playing with myself because I'd have it. Just take the bags to the back, you know, just no. I mean, I love women. Don't get me. I love women, but just to be in the mind of a woman one day would drive you nuts. It would make you go insane. That's because that's the woman brain. And man was never designed to have a woman's brain because you know we couldn't handle it. We're not structured to understand that kind of emotions. You know, it would be if all of a sudden every man in the world had to think like a woman for 24 hours, we would be like in World War III. It would just like instant automatic, just danger zone. It would be. It'd be all bad. It would be. They did. They were. So you've watched that episode. I mean, it's pretty much. I mean, it's no offense to the ladies. I mean, we all love the ladies. The ladies are very beautiful people. We love you. But in contrast, though, men make the job easier because they get along so much. So much. Even if even if they get in a fist fight, right? Two guys go out and just beat the ever living dog shit out of each other, right? Over some stupid argument, and then they become best friends for life. Because they battled, right? That's all right. So that's just what it is. But uh, I'm sure I'm gonna get some hate mail on that one later. Did you hear what that chauvinist bastard said about the ladies? Oh my god, no, no, bad grumpus, bad. Oh, I could be a holiday person. I could be grumpus now. I could be grumpy and the grumpus. I could be the grumpiest of grumpus on the holiday of grumpus. Let's write that down. We're gonna start our own holiday. Holiday. Yes, that's be very fascinating. The whole world had to be pissy for one day. I'd be so excited. That'd be so amazing. I get my own holiday, make the whole world just grumpy as fuck one day. 24 hours. They couldn't be nice. They just had to be grumpy. Hopes and dreams. Oh, that sounds exciting. I like it. Yeah, I mean, it was a good episode. I liked it. But I was watching this liberal town hall one day, right? And they all had their safety cards and all that, their anxiety cards. And this what one guy got up there and started talking. He's like, "Now remember, we can't have excessive noise or that because we have to be respectful to everybody's anxieties and all that." And it's like, how are you going to get anything done if everybody's just mentally broken? You can't agree on not one of them. Put 25 progressives in a room. They won't agree on anything. They. And you wonder why we have so many problems in the world, right? It's just like, come on. Go to one of their protests. They didn't know what the hell. I mean, just go to one big freaking lefty protest and ask them. They're like, what the fuck? Just ask them simple questions, and they get all mad. Well, I don't know. I'm just here. Well, you know, when I go to a protest, at least I know what the fuck I'm there protesting for, right? It's like they blindly follow everybody. Grumpy, do you like Hawaiian food? I do like Hawaiian food. I like the I mean, other than they started using a lot of. I mean, and I like spam. Don't get me wrong. I'm a big guy in spam, but when they started throwing spam and everything, it was kind of like too much spam is not a good thing. But no, Hawaiians have really good food though. Yeah, I had it the first time yesterday. It's amazing. It's good stuff, you know. But mhm, mhm. I like Filipino food. I actually really like Thai food. I like Thai. I like the really spicy, just burned butthole. It's just Greek is pretty good. I like Greek food too. Russian food, kind of. It's kind of blah, like English food. No offense, my English friends, but it it needs more. You need more spice. Salt and pepper's not a seasoning. It's not. It's just something you put on the table to add more flavor. It's just not a seasoning. It's not. So, but Indian food though, I do like Indian food. I like the yellow curry more than I like the red curry. It's just different flavors, but you and Tom Young. So, but oh, but yeah, Thai. I like Thai food though. Thai food's really good. Some French food I like. I like a lot of Italian food though. You can never go wrong with good Italian food. Italian food's amazing. I do really like the difference between authentic Native American, Central American food versus like actual Spanish food from Spain. The tastes are so different, but they're still pretty good though. And and I like to screw with people when they call it Mexican food because it's not Mexican food. The majority of it's all Native Indian food. So we're gonna give credit where credit is due to the Indians because they make amazing food. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's okay because we're gonna remember the Alamo. Oh, I was watching. I was searching back to my childhood, so I was watching the Davy Crockett episodes. That was a fun show. That was a fun show. David Crockett. That's okay. Like Johnny Appleseed, I always thought he was just a folktale legend. That dude was real. He literally went around selling his apples. He'd go give his apples to people to plant his trees, so he could make apple cider liquor. I'm like, that guy was a genius. You know what I mean? That man literally went around and having people grew his apples so he could make his apple cider. Because apple cider was very lovely. There's a funny 300 big paranoid of them saying spots and how many gender. Oh, that's right. There is. I don't know why, but Italian has always been my favorite food since I was a kid. I'm only just now trying different kinds of food. I've always said that I will try something once. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. So I like try. I mean, even with like sushi. That's like I'm never gonna eat raw fish. That just sounds gross. When I hear raw fish, I'm like, this shit's fucking amazing, right? So, hello, Eric. What's going on, man? What's going on, brother? What's happening? But no, I figured, and I've always told my kid. So, like when my kids were really, we used to go to the China buffet, right? And they had the little squid, right? The little aliens. And to get my kids to eat the squid, I was like, we have to eat them to end the alien invasion. And they're actually really good. I got the kids to eat them, so I had to lie to them, but it's all right. So, Ooh, I got 10 images. I'm excited to see. Excited. You make me hungry, Porky. I know as gay as it sounds, I really want to lick Porky just with a honey, like a honey sauce or something like that. Get myself in trouble for that one. Can I lick you, Porky? Oh. Oh, that always takes me back to the movie Porky's. I love that movie. That was a great movie. I don't know if any of you have ever seen it, but Porky's was a good movie. Porky's 1 and Porky's 2. Don't spit. No promises. No promises. I mean, with a name like that, you know you taste good. So I was, the song, the milkshake song brings all the boys to the yard. You know where that song originated from? It was actually from a cafe, from a guy that made milkshakes that he put cocaine in, and it would literally bring everybody back because they were addicted to his milkshakes. That is funny to me. I mean, that's why everybody originally liked the original Coca Cola. It wasn't for its great taste. It's because it would give you the stuff. Wait. Yeah. I can't remember. I have to find it again, but the song was based off a diner that was his slogan. My milkshakes bring all the boys back because he was putting drugs in his milkshakes. Mm-hmm. That's where the song came from. Fabulous, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hey, one thing about it, your day was going to be fine and dandy after having one of his milkshakes. You are going to feel invincible. You're going to have the strength of 10 men going, you can't stop me. But, oh, I think any one of my iron workers. Well, I think there was like two of them that were, but, the raining down there. It's pretty gloomy. The skies are gray. Well, I must be on my way to Sesame Street because it's a gloomy, gloomy day. I like the rain though. I'm glad the wind finally went away. That's, I mean, the only time wind is good is when you're on a sailboat or you're trying to fly a kite. But like when you're trying to do shit, the wind sucks. We need a stronger president who can bring back the Crusades, in my opinion. Just thinking, well, for that to physically happen, you'd literally have to declare martial law and put everybody into the military. So, I mean, but, and I think you'd get a lot of pushback for that. But, I was watching this thing on Notre Dame though the other day that the Crusades aren't that far away. I think it was 2050. They said we're supposed to have a holy religious crusade. It's like the final war between Christians and Muslims. It was so because by 2050 the Muslims are going to do a final push of hurrah, hurrah. It's going to be devastating. It's going to wipe out a large percentage of the population. Mm-hmm. So that's supposed to be in 2050. So get ready and go to the gym because we're going to war, boys. We're going to war, and your life is going to matter. I'm going to be, we're 2026, 2050, so that's what, 24 years from now. So I will be, well, it looks like I'm going to be buying me a shotgun and one of those motor scooters. Maybe we'll have Flames motor scooters by then. Let's see, 24 plus 26. 01. I'll only be 70. I'm still good. You know, fuck my dad's 70. He still goes up scuba diving and chases 50-year-old women. I'm good. Right? I'm good with that. Grumpy, did you know anyone who fell for the Y2? I know many people that fell for Y. You know, I was kind of excited for Y2K. I mean, of course, I was. No, I was 18 when Y2K happened. So I was really, I was like waiting for the satellites to fall out of the sky and all the nuclear bombs go off that night. It was kind of cool. The only thing that really happened was nothing. It just midnight came and we started 2000. That was about it. What you know really pisses me off, and this is about we are truly really not the year 2026. And that's what drives me absolutely freaking bonkers. We're in the year like 300,276, right? Why can't we use the actual physical dates that we're in? We're really not in the year 2000. It just drives me nuts. You know, you don't know what Y2K is? It's when all the computers were supposed to shut down and reset. It was supposed to just the whole world was supposed to end. Well, technically, Tamp, if you go watch that video I have on my have on my disc, that shit actually happened. We had a universal mend. That's why the world's all fucked up because we went to an alternate universe, and that was actually part of the Mayan calendars. But we can't really ever know what happened. The actual physical writings of the Mayans because the Spaniards burned all their shit. So they literally destroyed millions of writings from the Mayans. So, I mean, other than one little piece of evidence that some monk snuck out of, So, hey, I'm not the only conspiracy theory on the whole 2012 thing because there's a lot of people that say the same shit that after 2012 everything's different from what you remember as a kid to today, and there's just lots of things that are completely opposite of what it used to be. So I'm not the only one that believes in this conspiracy. There's thousands of people like me. I'm not one of those flat Earth planet kind of people, flat earthers, but because how are we the only planet in the whole entire galaxy and universe that's flat? I mean, that would make no sense to me. But other than that, though, I do believe that we because I remember a lot of shit different from when I was a kid that's now not doesn't exist anymore. So I know I did a lot of drugs in in high school in the '90s, but that was a long time ago. No, wait, but I think he's fucking with us. I think Porky's fucking with us because Porky's my age, so I know he's fucking with us. Porky's fucking with us. No, I'm really being serious. Really, you don't know what Y2K is? Really? Everybody knows what Y2K is. It was supposed to be one of the ends of the world. Everybody was going to die. The computers were going to shut off, and nuclear bombs are going to self-launch, which is totally stupid because the old nuclear weapons back, they you had to manually set them off. The computer had no control over it. So, you know, to be honest, I'm only 20. Oh, well, that makes sense. Well, I mean, if you're only 24, that makes it sense why you don't know what Y2K is. It was one of those doomsday prop. Everybody was going to die. So, but of course, I mean, then we had the hole in the ozone in the 80s. Everybody was going to get sucked out of sucked out through the hole of the ozone. Because we had a hole. Then it magically went away. Global warming is going to kill us all. Unfortunately, though, there's actually a government study from the early 90s when they started the whole global warming bullshit until I think it was 2012. The Earth was actually magically on a natural tilt, like 34 and a half inches, something like that, over a period of time, which actually caused our new weather, not humans. But that wasn't good enough for the Democrats to actually put out the real study and the real science. They had to come up with this global warming, global catastrophe. Everybody's going to die. The end of the world is near. Because, selling the end of the world really makes a lot of money. You get a lot of people in panic that the world, everybody's like, take my money. Make it rain. We can stop it. If we give the governments more money, they can stop the world from burning. All right. I don't know. I do love the global climatist people, though. They are such hypocrites about. I mean, they're just extreme hypocrites. It's extremely funny. Life is a type of, basically. That's why I always say, if you're going to stand on something, at least stand on the principle. Stand on what you believe in. Don't be a hypocrite. Like that little Ben Greta lady, that little Greta girl. That owns all those power yachts and airplanes, and she flies all over the globe. Have you ever noticed about like all these main global climate change people, not Damon White, but the guy that eats people, freaking what the hell's his name? Not Matt Damon. He was he, he was on the Titanic. Leonardo DiCaprio. He's one of those. He's one of those fancy, lovely, freaking world in climate change people on his $1 million yacht that burns more fuel in a day than I do in 10 years. You know, as he's pumping all that shit down into the fucking ocean, polluting the oceans with his mega yachts, right? So there's that one. Or yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio. Or they fly around on their own. They all end up on a fucking island, the G2 summit, whatever the fuck it is, where all the world global climate change people flying on their massive fucking airplanes that each one put more CO2 particles per billion in the atmosphere than a billion people in a year do. But they're going to save the planet from carbon pollutions. And unfortunately, plants live on carbon, so you kind of need some carbons to make plant life grow. So you know, it makes no sense to me. But I see Trump people. Trump girls are hot. I'll tell you that thing. Have you ever seen the liberal girls? But Trump girls, super beautiful, just beautiful. We got the bestest girls on the world on the Trumpy side. Just exciting, beautiful women. You know, I think that's one thing why Democrats hate Trump, because he surrounds himself by beautiful people. Right? Trump just everybody's beautiful around Trump. If you look at all the Democrats, they're so ugly. It's like, why would you want? I mean, just no wonder they wanted the mask mandates. They were trying to hide that ugliness. Don't look at me. I'm ugly. I'm hideous. Nah! Dating during COVID sucked because you never knew what anybody was like. You're like, you got the prettiest eyes. You know. Oh, your mask is so fabulous. We should go out on a mask date. We're all like Zorro. All the stories. Said screw the turtles or the pot going plastic. Okay, so that's one thing that really drives me fucking nuts. None of our plastic ends up in the ocean. We either incinerate our trash or goes to the landfill. There ain't no fucking sea turtles in our landfills. No. So the majority of the plastic is actually out in the ocean is from cruise liners, and from hurricanes from other city like India and shit like that. The garbage gets flushed out into the fucking oceans. We literally have none of our shit gets dumped in the ocean. We burn all of our shit or we bury it. So taking our plastic straws away was kind of stupid. It's like taking away our plastic. See, this is what drives me nuts. Okay, so they can make vegetable oil straws in plastic bags, right? That are biodegradable in 3 years. And it solved the whole problem, correct? Just using vegetable oil to produce straws and plastic containers. We don't have to use oil to make drink, and it'd actually be better because like this oil made sugar, not good for you. But if they made it out of vegetable oil or, or hemp oil or whatnot, it'd be biodegradable. Problem solved. No, let's not fix the fucking problems. Let's just be maniacs and lie to people. Because there's no money in the truth. If they, if they told them the truth, they wouldn't have any money. So it's just mind-boggling to me. I mean, yes, plastic items made from petroleum take a long time to break down. This is a fact, right? We have other options that we can use to make straws and, it's like, so we get rid of plastic and then we go to everything to paper. So now we're cutting down all the trees to produce all these paper straws and paper cups. And so how are we being environmentally savvy if we're cutting down all the fucking forests to make more paper products to get rid of plastic products, and we could actually make plastic products safer and more biodegradable? So did they fix the problem? No, they created more fucking problems. That's all Democrats do is create more stupidity. Listen to a Democrat. They have no solve. They solve no problems. They create more problems. They're just dumb people. Just in general, It's like, look at 90% of the shit you use in your life is made from petroleum products, made from oil, right? They want to get rid of oil. Okay, well, how are we going to make all these new fancy products that everybody uses from oil, right? They don't have an alternative way to fix anything or change anything. And electric cars are worthless. Battery cars are worthless. So until they actually put mobile charging strips on all the roads, electric cars are worthless. Nothing on a battery works. It doesn't last. So all we're doing is depleting our it's coming to me. It's coming to me. Our lithium. All we're doing is completely depleting the world's lithium on batteries, because a battery is only good for so long. It's proven. Our batteries suck, Don't matter if it's lead acid or lithium. A battery's only good for so long. So when everybody's like, we need to make the whole world battery, it's bullshit. Because how much fucking pollution we put in the air digging out mines with those big old fucking diggers? Lots. Billions. So you're not saving anything. I think Elon's the only one that has brains. He wants to go dig up Mars, get all the lithium off Mars. You know why? Because if you pollute Mars, who cares? It's already polluted. You're not going to save that planet. It is. It's like these very beautiful, huge ass windmills that we've spent billions of dollars building. They only produce power like 17% of the time. Half the time they're just free spinning because they're only designed to back up the power grid. These solar farms, they back up the solar grid. So unless the grid needs the power, you're just pissing away. They're not producing any power, It was all a freaking hype. It's all a lie, you know. Like here in Washington State, we have like 24 dams that are producing power nonstop 365 days. We do not need windmills. We do not need freaking solar. We don't need it, you know. We produce a shit ton of power. We should have like the cheapest power in the world. Well, actually, we do kind of have. Kilowatt wise, we're kind of expensive, but power bill wise, we're actually one of the cheapest states. But I think cell phone. I mean, we have the technology to cell phones should be able to charge while you're in motion. So just from inertia charging, they should your phone should never die. But and you know, if they really wanted to clean the atmosphere, so we built CO2 filters back in the '60s. They could actually put CO2 up, especially up here where I live, because I'm in the main jet stream. So I'm in like the main pollution of the whole entire world. Just everything comes through here, mass, you know, it's in the main jet stream. So they could actually put up filter systems, right? Filter towers about every 100 miles, which would absorb all the pollution and the jet stream out, right? I mean, it'd take 100 years for it to do it. It's not an instant fix, but you know, they could put in large tower facilities to remove the actual pollution out of the air. It works. It's proven. It's proven fucking science, right? Are we doing that? No. We're spending billions on windmills that are worthless, right? California was running out of water. We sent them the money to build desalination plants so they could have fresh drinking water in California. No, they pissed that money away. Let's not build the water plants because that makes fucking sense. Let's just piss the money away. No, you know, Democrats are, you know, let's deplete all of our reservoirs for a fish that's not even extinct. Democrats are stupid. There's nothing a Democrat does that's intelligent. Nothing. You know, nothing. I haven't found one Democrat that could actually say that. You know, and I still think, and this is, you know, Bernie Sanders is the biggest plant ever in the Democrat. He's trying to literally destroy the Democrat Party, and people are so dumb they believe it. You know, they believe everything he says. The Democrats need the billionaires more than the Republicans do. That's the sad thing. There's more billionaire Democrats than there are Republicans. So if you deplete all the rich people from your party, you no longer have a party. Bernie Sanders is literally trying to kill the Democratic Party. And everybody's like, yeah, we need to tax the billionaires till they're poor. But they don't tell you how we're going to create jobs when there's no people creating jobs anymore. Right? And it's funny, everywhere they've implemented that billionaires and millionaires and billionaires tax, we're losing jobs like crazy. Everywhere there's not a millionaire billionaire tax, they're building businesses and people are going to work. So, you know, it's like they're trying to literally, Democrats are literally trying to bankrupt every blue state. That's scary. I mean, and these, and they call me the cultist. You know, they call me the simpleton. At least I can see the truth. I can see what's going on in the real world. And you people are literally allowing your states and cities to be destroyed by your own party, and you're excited about it. You know, because the government's going to take care of you. They're going to give you grocery stores and gas stations. Well, guess what? If you have no tax money, you can't afford to pay for the grocery stores, all the gas stations. So, like they always say, eventually you run out of other people's money, right? I mean, it's gotten so bad in New York that the governor had to step and say, no, no more. You're done. You no, you can't raise any more taxes. No, you can't. You're done. I mean, that's a good question. Actually, all cars can be put. We have a filter system. We can actually get rid of all CO2 that car produces. So we can actually burn gasoline pretty clean. It's like we burn coal clean. We pump all that shit underground, right? And just in chamber tank into underground chambers to keep it from pollutes. So, and nuclear is pretty safe if we get the government out of it, you know, with our vivification, where we can actually turn nuclear sludge and glass and make it more. But here's a theory I've always thought to myself. So, right, we have all this nuclear sludge we can turn into glass. Instead of burying it inside mountains and caves, why don't we send it to like the moon? Right? That'd make more. Oh, well, here's one for you: rocket power. Rocket power pisses me off. It's so outdated. We know we can use zip cannon technology to launch spacecraft, right? It's cheaper than this. Talking millions of dollars to launch a rocket instead of just build a nuclear power plant and zip cannon and just zip it up there in space, right? Then you literally like waste no fuel until have to get up into up into the upper atmospheres where you got I don't understand. We're supposed to be an advanced society in 2026, but we keep going back to old technology, right? We got rid of the shuttles, go back to pods. It's like, what the fuck? Remember when Trump bragged about the biggest Manhattan riot in 11? All right. What about it? Cynical. You have some kind of intelligent enlightenment to go with that statement? Or was that just another one that you have a small dick and you want to complain about Trump? What are we working with here, little guy? What are we working with? Is this another one of your hate-filled, I hate Donald Trump? So I'm going to talk about shit that doesn't matter from 2001. Because why the hell not? Let's go back 21 freaking years just so we can say something stupid. Come on. Man, my mustache is on point today. That looks really sexy. Nope, nothing. Yeah, nothing. Just go back and complain about something from 21 years ago. All right, moving on. That's like that. Do you remember that one time at Bane Camp where I stuck the flute in my butt and I made beautiful music? The fortress of evil. This was going. It's such an architecture. It just, you know, what confuses me. So Trump is trying to modernize and beautify Washington D.C. It's the government. It's the federal district, right? He wants it to look like a powerful district, so it shows the powerful might of the United States, which is fine, right? Many presidents have done the same thing. They've tried to upgrade D.C. and make it better. But it's like it's only when Trump does something, it's like the world is ending. If Kamala Harris is president right now and she wanted to build the arch, everybody would be like, oh my God, she's such a genius woman. Kamala Harris is such a genius. She wants to make everything better. If she wanted to build a ballroom, they'd be like, she's empowering women because women need a ballroom, right? It's kind of getting old about this whole bullshit about it. Just because Trump wants to do it, it's like it's a world-ending effect. Obama freaking attacked Afghanistan. We went to war. Nobody said shit. Obama killed American citizens. Nobody said shit, right? Obama deported millions of illegal immigrants because it has been proven that the high overpopulation of illegals destroys the black community. So if you were not bigot, you would want to deport the illegals to benefit the black community, but you don't because you're a bigot. Then you hate the blacks. That's why you don't want to stop the criminals from invading our country because you don't like Black America. Point blank. Okay. Does she need a cookie? She had no role, so she didn't do anything in 4 years. So I'm not going to call that an accomplishment. All right. She put a lot of black. Oh, so let's see. So she put thousands of black men in prison. So you're a racist. You're proud that she destroyed black men and upgraded their charges so they'd spend more time in prison. So the state of California can rip them off. What voting rights have you lost, retard? None, zero, absolutely none. So you're a moron. Yeah, she reformed to destroy black communities. So okay, so you got four negatives so far. Are you got a positive about her? Give me one positive about the woman that she did. One positive. You said a lot of negatives. Oh my God! So reproductive rights by killing babies. A baby's not. That's not a reproductive right. She basically was enforcing murder and genocide. Okay, so that's five negatives. Waiting on a good one. Come on, give me a good one. Oh, so six, you're stupid. Oh God, she graduated from Harvard. Harvard. So she's a broke idiot. So there's seven negatives. Just one good one, man. Just one positive. You can't give me one positive about good about Kamala Harris. Not one. Just one. Just one. I mean, other than she was really good on her knees. Just ask Willie. She's a good, strong public speaker. No, that's not true. She's a fucking word salad retard. That spent half her time drunk off her fucking ass. So there's another negative. So okay. Are you actually ever going to come up with a positive thing about what Kamala Harris did in her whole entire life? Nothing? Did she talk about the coconut trees? Was that a positive? Because she brought up the coconut trees. Equal rights were taken away. So still nothing. No, there's a lot more women that are more predominantly known in American politics than Kamala Harris. Half the people can't even pronunciate the bitch's name, so that's wrong. So, oh yes, let's bring up Killer Hillary. Yes, because Hillary's done so many great things in politics, other than imprisoning black people and writing racial bigoted laws to kill people. Yeah, sure, okay. Good job. you do realize, you ignorant pig fuck, that the less Democrat the South it got, the less racist it got. Every city in the South that's blue is extremely bigoted and racist. So you're a moron. You're a fucking retard. You're so goddamn. You hate black people so much that you're bragging about killing and imprisoning black people. You're a fucking moron. You remind me of those ignorant Democrats back in the 1800s that are literally puppy farming black people for slavery. That is who you are. You're a puppy slavery farmer. You want to breed black people for slavery. You're a moron, dude. You're disgusting. You are fucking disgusting. You're literally bragging about destroying black people's lives as a successful achievement in life. You're a piece of shit. Like, listen how fucking stupid you sound. You literally are praising people for destroying black people and destroying black communities. I bet you were a great person to burn down black. I bet you were one of the first people. We're gonna go burn down the black cities, yeah, because we're, burn, loot, murder. Huh? Is that the membership you were? You were a burn, loot, murder person, huh? Because you were advocating for black rights by destroying and burning down black cities. Listen to your dumbass. You fucking racist son of a bitch. Everything you stand for, everything you just literally stated was to destroy the black community, and you're proud of it. You're like, I'm a proud liberal. Let's destroy and kill the black people. Good job. Let's advocating for murder black babies. You are a piece of shit, dude. You haven't explained no facts. All you've said is how much you hate black people. Literally, you told the whole world you hate black people. You hate black America. Literally, listen to yourself. I'm the bigot. Listen to you. You're a hater. All you've done in 25 years is destroy the black community, but you're so proud of it. You brag about it to the whole world. There's proof everywhere, you dumb bastard. God, you're stupid, you little racist. Listen to this fucking fool advocating on here for destroying black people. Wow. Literally everything you advocated for was a great accomplishment of somebody was to destroy black America. Good God, dude. You Democrats are so disgusting. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You just praised two women that did nothing for their whole career but destroyed black America, and you praised them. You praised them. You're a bigot. You're disgusting. You did. You literally praised them. You see this motherfucker behind me? This motherfucker behind me has done more for the black community in his 2 terms of office than any other sitting president has done. But you're such a fucking moron. What racial disparity, you moron? You mean fake laws that actually wrote bigotry and segregation that your party was all about? God, you're a moron. Listen to you, dude. You're a fucking bigot moron. You're sitting here spreading your bigotry in the world. You're stupid. Just come out and say, I hate black people. Just say it. We know you do. You've been bragging about it for the last 5 minutes. You've been cheering on the destruction of black America. Come on, you little bigot. Just come on and say, I'm a bigot and I hate black America. That's why I support destroying all blacks. Uh-huh. Come on. It's okay. We know. We can see it. And you've been bragging about it. So happy that, oh, listen, she's still going. Still going on fucking retardation. How much you hate black America. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Oh, economic caps. That was proven to be a falsehood. I mean, like, you have no facts, dude. You stupid. Good God. You mean the fact that you've made, 28 million homeless Americans? You've put more people on welfare than any other fucking standard? Come on, dude. Really? You can't be this dumb. It's like you did no research before you came on here to talk out your asshole. You get put on the dumb list. Dumb list. Actually, you're going on the racist piece of shit list. Because you've proved you're a racist piece of shit. Yes, you have. Bragging about how you cherish the moments of them destroying black America, and you're so proud of these people for destroying black America. Good job, dude. You're on the I'm an idiot racist list. You weren't good enough to be on the dumb list. You're going on top of the line, of dumb bastard, bigoted piece of shit. Get out of here, you racist. We don't support you bigot morons that have done nothing but destroy black America. Go away. You're dismissed, you disgusting pig. Disgusting. Oh, you're disgusting. You're a horrible human being. You're a disgrace to humanity. Just go back to your safe zone and hide your face, because you're disgusting. Nobody wants to look at you anymore. You're gross. I mean, literally, you've done nothing but brag about the achievements of destroying black America. You think that's an accomplishment. You are so proud that they went out of their way to destroy black people. You think that's an achievement in life. Oh, we're not even talking about your bullshit racist politics. You sound stupid. You don't know shit about politics. You think destroying black America is politically correct. Jesus Christ almighty. You are a horrible, horrible human being. Horrible human being. And the stupid thing is you're too dumb to know it. I mean, just think of how shallow someone can physically be in this world. That the greatest accomplishments they pride people for was destroying black America. Just listen to them. They're so proud. They have so much personal pride destroying Black America. They're proud of it. They brag about it. But I'm the racist because they're proud to destroy Black America. God, they're stupid. What rights were lost, moron? What? Who lost any voting rights, stupid? Nobody. Nobody's had their voting rights removed. God, you're stupid. God, you just get dumber by a minute. It's mind-boggling. You just keep going on your stupidity and your bigotry. Wow. She was anti-cop, you dumb lying bitch. She was in the whole let's destroy the police force. And then crime went up, which affected the Black community. And little kids were being shot in the face. You're a dumbass. Everything you pride about was destroying the Black community. Oh my God, just shut up. You've already proven you're a fucking piece of shit. Bigot. And you just keep going how dumb you are. More Black businesses have been built under Donald Trump than any other sitting president of the United States. So you're a liar. Good God, you are stupid. Oh, yeah, they gave health care. No, they didn't. They made fucking drug companies billionaires while they suffocated all the doctors' offices and got rid of your doctors. God, you're stupid. Low income inequality. Yeah, because they made so much low income inequality, they made more poor people. You just keep on how fucking stupid you are. Oh, yes, by making more disadvantaged areas, by making more poor people, she did great. So she made more poor people. Oh. Well, I said one positive that bitch has done. And you can't even come up with one. You just keep adding all the negatives she's done. You're stupid. I said, give me one positive, and all you've done is proved all the negatives that bitch has done. But you're proud of destroying everything. You can't even come up with one positive. That's how stupid you Democrats are. You praise about destroying Black America like it's the gravy on top of the, fucking bigots, dude. You closet fucking racists are disgusting. There's nothing about a Democrat you can prove to me is a good person. You have proved to me why Democrats are such horrible people. Horrible people. But you literally bragged about destroying Black America like it was the greatest thing ever on the face of the planet. On what? You're so stupid. All you want to do is destroy Black America and cause segregation. God, you're dumb. You're going to give me more hate speech? Let's see it. Give me more of your hate-filled fucking propaganda rant there, little guy. Oh, really? What workers lost rights? What climate change issue? You mean the political billions of loss that didn't save anything on planet Earth that actually caused more pollutions than anything? Oh God, they did such a masculine fucking thing. God, you're just stupid. Advocating for cheaper healthcare by making healthcare more expensive? Wow, you're a dumb bitch. One positive. Just give me one positive. One positive fucking thing, dude. Just one. You're so stupid. I mean, you keep adding negatives. Negative. Just give me one positive. One good thing. One. That has better society. Just one. Yes. Because now there's more gun crimes in violent areas in Black communities because of the destruction that bitch did. Really? So, I mean, that's another negative. So you're stupid. I mean, good God, just one. Give me one that your fucking retarded brain can actually add to that doesn't make you sound fucking stupid. Yes, the infrastructure bill that ripped everybody off and nothing got built. Yo, there you go. The special interest groups to fund like little organizations called the KKK. Good God, you are a racist moron. You can't advocate for that. It's unconstitutional. So another thing, another dumbass remark. So, okay, continue on for more stupidity because you're dumb. I'm waiting for a positive. So basically, she wrote all the discrimination laws. Her, Joe Biden, all that fucking wrote the laws to abuse and discriminate against people. Good Jesus Christ, man. You have nothing but bigotry and hate in your soul. All you keep pointing out how much you hate Black America. That's all they ever did. Write laws to destruct Black America, and you bragging about it. You're so proud of it. It's weird to me. Wow. It's like you did no research on any of the bills written or how they explain it into society themselves. You're like, oh, I heard one word. I checked it on the Google. Right, I'm reading on the Google. I didn't actually invest in any research on it. I'm just like, oh my God, it sounds good. It's on a piece of paper. You know, it didn't look at the long-term effects of the abilities or what comes to anything. You're a dumb son of a bitch. Just, it's not true. Everything you've told has literally destroyed Black America. So your truth is you're proud to hurt Black people. That is your truth. You keep saying it over and over and over. You're proving your bigotry, dude. You're proving how much you hate Black America. If that's your truth, if that's the truth you want to stand on, okay, dude. That's disgusting. Literally, your whole talking point, your whole life is about destroying and burning Black America. Wow. I bet you proud yourself, or you pat yourself on the back, go, I'm a proud little racist piece of shit every day of your life. Every day you go around just praising how much of a bigot you are. I bet you give yourself winning awards too, going, I'm special. I'm a special little racist. I'm a special little racist. Oh, you can't tell me who's lost voting rights. So how are you backing protecting voting rights when nobody's lost voting rights? Actually, voting rights have actually improved and actually better for people now. But, oh well. Come on, my little bigot. Yeah, criminal justice reform put tens of thousands of Black people in prison and upgraded their charges. There we go. You're still improving how much you're still telling the world how much of a bigot you are. I mean, literally, you're disgusting. Oh wow, you mean by like all the Democrat cities that have bankrupted all the Black schools? Because that's how much reform they've done to Black schools. They bankrupt them. Yeah, okay. Yes, all right. Another achievement of the Democrats destroying more of the Black community. Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll continue on with your stupidity and your hate for Black people. You know how much you're so progressive, destroying the Black community, right? Nope, actually they did. Trump actually done more for educational rights in the hoods. Trump actually put more money into the hoods and Black schools than any Democrat has ever done. So you're wrong. You just keep talking about diversity and all that. You're so goddamn stupid. What economic, like bankrupting a Black society? They boosted up oh, for fuck's sakes. Hi, Ash. What's going on? Yes, by putting everybody on welfare, they boosted up the treatment of society. You're fucking stupid. That's my channel. It's about being grumpy, you dumb bitch. You're a bigot piece of shit. I'm not gonna give you the time of day. You gotta go. I can't work the bigotry anymore. You've made my brain hurt. That you're so fucking stupid. You just keep spreading your bigotry, and you're proud of it. Literally, you sit there and brag about your bigotry for the last 10 minutes on your stupidity and how much you hate Black Americans, and you're proud of it. You like that's an achievement to destroy Black America. All you Democrats are stupid. Every law that you've written has been written to destroy Black America, but you're so proud of it. It's fucking weird. Oh, I'm extremely open-minded on the shit the Democrat fucking pig bastards have done to destroy Black America, and they praise it. They're proud of it. I'm gonna fucking stand against it every goddamn day of the week. It's disgusting. Trust me. I will be the voice of, I'll put the fucking wall up. Stop those bastards in their tracks. Pigs sucking icky people. Because I am woke. I know the truth. I've seen it. I've seen freaking black communities be erased because of Democrats all over the fucking country. I've seen them disappear. We all brag about, oh my God, we're writing more laws to get rid of more black communities. Yay. You fucking racist bastards. Disgusting. Disgusting. Man, no. 96% of all Democrats' policy has been to destroy black America. So I can't really blame the Republicans on the destruction of the black community. I can only blame the Democrats because they've gone out of their way since the 1800s to destroy black America. That's been their prime motive, you know. The stupid thing is but oh, if we give them just a little ounce of something, then they'll still love us by destroying them, well, making them drinking poisoned water and bad schools and bad roads and bad economy and bad homes to live in. And everybody shoot each other and give them more drugs. That's okay. Fuck. And the revolving door of stupidity continues. Now, you're damn right on this topic. I'm extremely grumpy on this topic, on the disgusting of Democrats. And they praise their bigotry. That's the weird thing that bothers me is, they're so proud of how hateful and disgusting they are, right? They don't know that they're the bigot. They don't know that they're the evil people. Because they're so joyful in it. They're so happy that they're doing it. They've been lied to so much that they've been programmed so much to believe the bullshit that they make it all rainbows for the bad things they do. Because they don't got no common fucking sense. It's scary. It's scary. They go, they're just mentally fucking stupid. We live in a weird, disgusting, sick world. Weird, sick world. Weird, disgusting world. I'd turn more music on to reflect, but unfortunately, I don't need another copyright from the YouTube AI gods to say, you played music, so now you can't be seen in Russia. So stupid. Why can't the Russians listen to American music? I want to know that one. Why can't my lovely Russian friends in Russia be able to hear my music? I think they should be able to free, free to listen to the music because the music boosts your soul. What are you helping, Ash? What are you helping? No, because I've actually read legislation. So unless you actually read the legislation, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't. You got me confused. Unless you actually put the time and ability to actually read the laws and bills and legislation that were passed and all that to actually look at the accumulation of what's actually going on and happen, how was it written for, you know, I don't know what you're talking about. And you can't call it help when the whole legislation itself is designed to destroy. Destroying does not help anybody. So I don't know what you're trying to tell me here. We're going to put you on the list. On the list. Yes, that's where all the bad boys go today, is on the list. That's going to be my funny one. Oh my God. It just humors me just to the extent of life that they're so dumb that they don't get all the bad things they do. Because I made you a bad boy. Well, if you haven't read it, then how can you make an opinion on it? How can you have any physical opinion on something if you haven't done the actual research or done anything to say it's helped? That means you have no facts. That's why you're on the bad boy list. I'm gonna put you on the grumpy boy list, Temp, because I like you. I like you. Temp is on the grumpy boy list. That's the good boy list. It just blows my mind. I mean, literally, every one of her key talking points, or his key, whatever the fuck, whoever it was, they probably don't know what sex they are. They're probably he, she, they, them, fucking whatever, denying science. But all their, I said, all I asked for was one positive, one positive. They couldn't give me one positive. It was all negatives, and they praising about all the, they praised all the negatives as a positive. That's an oxymoron, right? How are you taking negatives and making it somehow trying to make it sound good or better? Seats me. Somebody's gonna have to explain that one to me in detail. Hello, Tay Tay. How are you doing? Application accepted. All right, Tay Tay's on the trumpet on the Grunt Boys list or Grunt People list. We'll accept Tay Tay on the good list. So, you didn't say anything. You said help. You had a contradictory post. You said the problem is unless you implicate everything in all legislation recumbent to what's happening or what has happened, you can't say both. Because really, as much as I love my party, Republicans are about fucking worthless, and they allow bad shit to happen because they don't fucking step in and stop it. So I can't really have any high sight for the Republicans. So because they have the power to stop this shit and they allow it to happen. So, but no, I mean, other Republicans are incompetent and Democrats are just horrible people. Our government sucks right now. That's about it. Because we used to have a government of the people, for the people. Now we just have a party. Now we just have party politics. Party politics are bullshit. They did allow it to happen because they're cowards. These fucking rhino pig dog suckers. That's why we're removing all the rhinos so they don't do anything but take money up their ass. They're like, show me more money, give me more money to shove up my butthole. But no, I mean, I asked just for one positive. Don't all you do is have negative reject. I mean, that's not a positive. And how can you praise the negatives? Not a show. That's because the people are so dumb. They've literally given away their power. Because we've all been programmed to be a partisan party person. And that's all in that one too. But I mean, don't come on my show bragging about propaganda and lies. Though. I mean, that shit's gonna set my fire. It's gonna make the flames in my soul go. Just and the sad thing is that you really can't blame half these people because they're so young and they really don't know anything. Age accumulated, it does because they come into the end of it and they believe the propaganda is. And the young are easy to manipulate. They really are. No offense to the young. They are easy to manipulate to believe and fall. You know, by sugarcoating stuff to make it sound so great. But it never ends up great because they don't look at the long term effects and the studies on the long term effects, which is just really crazy. you know. Oh, I was already grumpy. I'm doing better now. I've done my mojo breathing effects. just you know. I thought that rooster was a baby goat. I was like, I got you. It's my show. I'm grumpy. I like the people. You know the one that really humors the hell out of me though. You come on a show called Grumpies, right? And then you go to your way to make the guy grumpy, and you're like, "Don't be grumpy." Well, that's the whole point of my show. To be grumpy at the dumb people. And amazingly, I like attracting the dumb people. Just, I mean, it was a simple question. Give me one positive, just one positive that they've done, one positive attribute they did through their whole political career that benefited society itself. Not one positive. It was all negative. It was all bad. You know. And then they were sure that whole political. Then they try to boost it and just keep on going on the negative side of it and how the negatives was a positive. Well, that's special needs. It's Grumpy's hangout. I mean, I'm grumpy, right? I mean, just what's and if you make me grumpy, that's on you. I mean, because we let her have a lot of fun jokes here, but you just get that one person that they're like, oh, we're gonna talk out their ass. All right. We're just in general, it's what the, you know, it's funny to me. And yes, I guess I could be a little bit nicer to him. But, I mean, I was nice. I was nice. And then they kept pushing fakehood, falsehood. You can't. It's hard to be nice to stupid people, especially when they don't even know they're stupid. Very sad. Oh, I don't want to put that there. No, that's my book. I don't want to cross the book because I'm still reading my daughter's book. We will put you here. That works out better. That works out better because, well, I still need that because somebody else might come onto the naughty list. So we'll save that for later. So I think we're only going to go for like 16 more because I think we're almost at 3 hours now. So I think we'll go for another 16 minutes and then I got to go to town and I got to get ready for the Grumpies and Sons at 6 o'clock. 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Don't miss it. Show up. Be cool like the rest of the kids. Right? You know, apple smoked BLT with some avocado actually sounds pretty amazing right now. I haven't been able to find good tomatoes lately, though. All the tomatoes have been very flavorless. A good crisp potato. Actually, you know what? I need some green. I like fried green tomatoes on my BLT. Have you ever had fried green tomatoes on your BLT? Oh, delicious. Go out and get some green tomatoes and fried green tomato, crispy green tomatoes on your apple smoke with put a little bit of avocado. Oh god! And make sure you toast your bread because you have to have toasted bread because if not, then you just get a soggy sandwich. And who the fuck wants to eat a soggy sandwich? It's like eating diarrhea right now. Shit sticks to the roof of your mouth and it's gross. I don't like digging the bread out of the roof of my mouth. It's not exciting. It's like when you take too many narcotics and you got to dig the poop out your butt. you know? I still want to try grilled. I think I want to try it too. That was one thing I was going to look at oxalot. Grilled oxalot. I thought I had wrote it down, but apparently not so much. It sounds yummy. I actually want to try cooked armadillo, but then I found out that armadillo causes the rabies and zombies and all that shit. I was like, damn it! And I can't eat me a whole little armadillo because just like wrap them up and like steam them out. Oh yeah, that's apparently we can't be PETA. We can't be people eating tasty animals. That affects that infuriates the vegans. Mm-hmm. And you don't want to make the vegans angry because they come attack you. They're, violent people. I always said, vegans ate more meat, they wouldn't be so angry all the time. And there's an estranged person. So their whole MO is to eat all non-animal products, right? But then all their products they try to make taste like an animal. Does that make sense to you? They make their beef taste like beef. They make their fake beans taste like beef. They make their fake turkey, their tofu bacon taste like bacon. It's like they make their cheese taste like cheese. Have you ever had that? Actually, that bacon bean cheese though? It's actually really not. Depending on which one you want, it actually does taste like cheese. You know, it doesn't make a good grilled cheese sandwich though. So, but I mean, just think about it though. If you're a vegan, your whole point of veganism is to be anti-food, animal byproduct foods, right? You would think you would like avoid trying to eat an animal byproduct flavored food. You'd want just, you know, the tofu for the taste of tofu, which tofu really doesn't have that much of taste, anyways. But and then technically you can't feed tofu to kids because it's bad for the digestive system. But ever notice how God never seems to heal amputees? All right. I mean, I really got to see where you're taking this one. Where are we taking this one to? Actually, I don't know. With that new technology, though, with the whole new robotics they're coming up with, brain sensor technology for amputees, actually, it's kind of great when they get robotic hands and things like that. It's like machine porn. Don't hate me. I find it positive. I'm trying to find positive in that one. But, cosmetic surgery, though, has come a long way. Robocop, yeah, I mean, look at Robocop. He was a hero. He was he was better than $1 Million Man. Mm-hmm. You know, I realized about RoboCop the other day that Red Foreman was the bad guy. I realized that I was watching the '70s show and I was watching clips of RoboCop. I was like, oh my god, Red Foreman was the bad guy. He was the drug dealer. Just if any of you didn't know, because just the similarities of that blew my mind. I totally forgot that how long he's actually been acting. That guy's been acting a long time. Didn't really make a lot of good movies. Wasn't like the A spotless actor, but he's been a big B lister for a long time, right? Which is crazy to me. A lot of movies like that though. Actually, what really blows my mind is kid actors from the old days that are adults now, and you don't even really realize that you literally watch them grow up your whole entire life. You grew up with them, and you're like, and then one of their movies show up that when they were kids, you're like, oh my god, that was them, right? And you're like, they're way better actors. We're back, just a general fact of that one. That's always really good. Of course, Miley Cyrus really killed Hannah Montana for me, though. I mean, she came in like a wrecking ball, and I can never look at Hannah Montana the same ever again. It's not Disney friendly anymore. No. Of course, I don't think Disney's friendly anymore. They have gone moved way away from, childhood entertainment and stuff like that. They have gone really disgusting. You know, don't sue me, Disney. I'm just generally talking that you have moved away from a child's paradise to a child's horror show. Mm-hmm. So, ooh, my Raven is back. Very lovely. I like my ravens. Apparently, that's a good omen to have ravens. Depending on how you look at it. It's either good or bad. It's all on how you look at the omen. So. Oh, diggity dog, diggity dog. Well, my friends and family and fuse and foes and wives and this and wives and that, come back at 6 p.m. for Grumpy's and Sons, and we might have some more grumpy attitudes. I don't know. We don't know really what we're talking about. We normally just slide into home base and figure out how it works out. So, anyways, like I always say, if you can't be happy, come make me grumpy. Because I'm changing the slogan now. I'll see you guys at 6 o'clock.